I want a sandwich. Now. Oh, sandwich wench. Yo, wench. Sandwich. Now. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. Oh, sandwich wench. I want a sandwich. Sandwich.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another edition of Not Worth a Cork. Joining me to talk about some rather pretentious whiskey is my scrumdiddly-umptious co-host, Dave.
Good evening, everyone. How are you doing today?
This is a bit of a strange one, isn't it? Because we don't do two in like a week, do we?
No.
Opportunity presented itself.
Two and a Discord. It's been heavy whiskeying.
Don't need the light on for this, do we?
No, not really. Not like I can see it.
Yeah. Well, it's that and also all the bloody candles.
True.
So we're doing a... actually, I might have the lights on you, actually. It's easier for me to see what I'm doing. No, I'm kidding. We are doing a Macallan themed stream because we thought, fuck it. But also because Dave has a sample of one we've been wanting to try for a while. He has a bottle as well, oddly enough, but you're not opening the bottle.
The bottle's something different anyway.
Oh, you've got a Arabica.
Yeah.
You want the cacao.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
that makes
cacao
more
is
sense.
on the list.
This makes more sense now. That's embarrassing. But yeah, we are going to be trying a rather interesting array of Macallans, and perhaps some stories related because, well, we have some stories, not many, and we thought 2 streams to start the year off strong might benefit us in obtaining more views. Thank you, YouTube, for eventually monetizing the last stream, by the way.
Woohoo!
Yay.
It's nearly a week. It's nearly a week.
You losing your days of the week or something?
I've been here a week already. I've still got like 2 more nights or something. I don't know.
Sucks
I've been here
for
all
you,
time.
doesn't it?
Apparently it's supposed to snow tomorrow, so I might get lucky and might get snowed in.
Well, you say you. I still have to go to work.
Yes, I know.
I like it says I've got 8 or 10 viewers. I
Woohoo.
can't. I don't know if my chat's working, so I'm going to have to. Oh, it is working now. Let's see.
No, we just had to refresh the chat.
Sorry. Hi, Nerfy. Hi, Leona. Hello, Otaku Gamer Judas. Hello, Rainy Days. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Hello, MJ. Sorry about that.
Hello to everyone as well.
Apparently, my phone refused to obey command. It could be because
You're
there's
back on top as well.
I don't care. I really don't give a shit. I can't pull it up here because
We have a wildling. You can.
I'll tell you what
Keep
I'll
an eye on
try and
things.
do. I will try and get the chat to pop up on my laptop because I've got a new stand, so I should be able to angle it and not interfere too much. But we'll see. Because the problem I have now is if I type on this chat at all, I won't be able to see anything because I won't be able to use the hotkeys to switch between images because it then associates with that.
That's fine. We don't need to type.
So, well, we don't, but I do. If I start using the hotkeys and the chat is acknowledged,
Yeah.
then I won't be using the hotkeys, will I?
No, this is true.
It's too cold. It's not the warmest. The cabin's not too cold, though, is it?
It's cool, but it's not a problem.
I mean, I've lit about
There's-
3,
there
4,
are-
about a dozen candles.
It is a pretty hefty fire hazard in here, but you know.
What are you talking about? There's water in a jug.
Yes, but there's a lot more water that's alcoholized nearer.
It's only combustible when it gets to a certain temperature. Don't forget, for those who don't know, I used to keep my whiskey in the loft, and it survived for years. Not even joking.
Velvet Amaretto didn't survive in here, though, did it?
That was different because I'd had a nearly empty bottle and I put it into the new bottle. I think it created the pressure thing. I just decided, screw you.
Yeah,
I
poof.
refuse to work now. And I understand that. It's fine. I don't mind.
We should be.
So it's just that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to be doing a Macallan stream because reasons, and because we thought it'd be nice to.
We have a Macallan. We have Macallan. We should share Macallan.
Well, also it'd be a thing of trying. This year we thought what we'd do, and yes, we love a fire hazard as well, MJ. Dave can't see the chat. You can if you do that.
Yeah.
Unless Dave has his phone up, he can't see anything.
My
So
phone may be a bit lower on percentage battery than I thought it was. So
you could have brought it here and charged.
To be fair, actually, I can charge it because I can sit it on the top of your power.
Well, no, I've got a USB cable spare. Dave, there's a USB cable in the other room. There's a gold one, yellow one, gold one. Is it in there or is it in this drawer here? Yeah, it's USB-C. It's somewhere in here. It's a yellow one. Oh, well, good luck finding it. I'll carry on talking. Anyway, so hello, Bri. Hope you're well. Maybe. Maybe, yeah. I know there is one in here because I use it to charge my phone when I'm here. Usually I have it over there though. Yes. Well, Dave's disappeared, so let's all talk smack. Anyway, while we're waiting for Dave to return to us, he'll probably find it if we're lucky. Macallan is a bit of an oddity to me as a whiskey consumer and collector. It's an oddity to me because of how expensive it gets and how fast it gets expensive. Like, it gets expensive to a point that I find it quite unacceptable and almost insulting. Because oh, there it is. Sorry, it was over there the whole time.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, plug it in. Use the power bank under the bar. If that's okay, buddy. There's a spare slot in there in the. Yeah, because the power bank for the laptop doesn't last that. Yeah, professional streamers. We are MJ. Yes, absolutely. We love a fire hazard.
We have all the kit. We just don't know where it is.
All the gear and no idea. Yeah, Macallan to me is an oddity because of how exponentially expensive it gets. And it's not even because of limited batch. It's just insanely expensive. Yeah. It's highly rated. But that's not how I first heard of Macallan. Do you know how I first heard of it?
I'm going to say a TV show.
That guy's awesome. He's awesome. He's so awesome. That guy's awesome. Almost so awesome.
Nothing and everything is so simple.
Yes. It's because Barney Stinson, for those who don't know. I saw... He would always go to the bar in Macallan and ask for a Macallan neat. Because that's the correct way to drink whiskey. And although we have been debunked with Tale of the Forest. And yeah, I heard of it because of Barney. I'd never had it up until I bought... Well, actually, I don't ever remember having a glass of the one we're going to be trying first, which isn't yet. But the first one I knowingly had is the one I bought for myself last year as a January treat. For doing well in December, I bought it. It cost £105? 105?
105, I think.
Yeah. And that's not... To be honest, that was one of the most expensive bottles I bought. But it isn't actually that expensive, really, because from Macallan, you'd expect a zero on that.
Yeah, especially something that looks fairly pretentious. And
well, that was the point, wasn't it? I wanted to go pretentious, and I was like, if I hate this, it's going to be a kick in the balls. And we did do, for those who are curious, a live stream last year, later on in the month, so almost a year ago, one of our very first streams. I think it was like a third or fourth stream we did together.
Yeah, it was quite early.
Yeah, it was. And we did a review of my Macallan and Dave's Dalmore cigar malt. Yeah. I had Portwood in my head because
they were both roughly the same price, weren't they?
Yeah, I think yours was slightly more expensive. Yours was slightly.
Mine's 112.
Yeah, it's just ever so slightly. But it was nice. Hello, Temp1. Hope you're well. F the algorithm. Well, fair enough. Thanks for being here, Temp1. I appreciate that. And hi, Barney. Oh, you're talking to us. Cool. I'm okay with this. Yeah, I don't know. How did you hear about the Macallan whiskey?
Trying to think what I watched first. How I Met Mother or Suits?
How I Met Your Mother was first. How I Met Your Mother was first.
I have a feeling I'd known about Macallan before that, though. But I think
it would have
someone would have spoken about it. I've heard someone speaking about it or seen it somewhere.
So, I would agree, but if I hear Macallan prior to this little hobby of ours, I would have thought they were misspeaking McLaren.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have thought of a whiskey. And Macallan is really almost... I would argue a lot of it is overrated because of how expensive it is.
It's got... James Bond drinks as well. I think it's got that kind of...
Does he?
Yeah.
Craig, you mean?
Yeah, Daniel Craig.
Right.
James Bond drinks.
I was like, hang on a second, because I know what he drinks. It's shaken, not stirred.
No.
But his version didn't drink it.
I think it's got it's got a history. It's got a name, a prestigious name to it, and
Like Johnny
much
Walker.
much like cars, much like with phones, some of what you pay for is the brand name.
True, and I think we've
the
noted
fact
that because we were talking about the Harmony series and how the newer stuff isn't selling as fast.
Yeah,
I think the novelty of it wore out or wasn't as highly rated.
yeah.
I think it's the former and the latter though.
Well, I have another theory. I don't know how well this will go down with your viewers. It's linked to, I think, Stella McCartney or something. It's all about like Earth and nature and stuff like
It's
that.
too pretentious.
So
Don't tell me they've gone organic.
Yeah,
with it. Oh,
yeah.
fuck
I think
off.
that might have done it as well. It's the fact
Can't
that they've
be
made
asked
it.
with that.
Yeah.
Need food. Get food, Leona, please.
Yes,
we
please
need.
eat.
Oh, we're both Barney. That's legendary. Did you know that?
To be fair, we do both have a ducky tie.
We do. I just don't know where mine is.
Your sister is very confident that when your suit removed itself from the premises, you clung onto the tie with dear life by wrapping it around your hand, so it therefore remained in the property.
It has to be then.
What you've done with it since, we don't know, but you definitely kept it.
It would. I have a few suitcases out there. I could always. It might be in there. Might be in a thing with old T-shirts I don't wear anymore.
Possibly,
Like, there's some bags under the bed that I couldn't check because the cat was there. Maybe not tonight. I won't look. Hello, Michael. Hope you're well. You're late. No, you are 12 minutes on time. Minus.
I like it. Eat the computer, even if it's just a bite.
Have you enjoyed your stay so far here, by the way, Dave?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, you enjoyed all the whiskey we've had so far?
Yeah, it's been very good. I've, as ever, acquired more whiskey than I came with.
We don't talk about that. To be fair, the Taylor Tokyo one, I got it cheap. I don't mind because I genuinely don't want to overfill the shelf.
Yeah.
I don't mind losing that one because I think if I do get rid of one and replace it in the future, it'll be the La Santa. I do like it, but I think I'd rather keep the more
Like more unique ones.
Yeah, because they're
rather than
expensive.
Yeah. The ones that are not quite.
And we do have in the
standard.
future a Morangi stream planned. It's just not in January. Although I should point out, in 5 days' time, there is another stream planned.
Yeah.
Entirely Johnny Walker. It's not my collection, but
We're
Dave and
going
I,
for
after this stream,
Content overload approach.
yeah, after this stream, we might take the photos we need for it because it makes it easier on us.
Yeah.
And I can help you set it up on your right. We can get all the images sorted because it's just so much easier.
Yeah, I've got my laptop here, so I can get stuff installed.
We can sit,
and-
have a hot chocolate, and sort it
Yeah.
out. I'll show you how to do it. It will take 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like me doing a velvetizer for my sister earlier. She was like, "Don't know how to do it," and I was like,
yeah, I
mean,
need to help us.
I don't know how to do it. I literally put the velvetizer down, saw the line that said Max, poured the milk to it, and put the chocolate in it, took the lid on, put the on button. I was
That
like,
is literally it.
and I was like, she's like, "Wait, is that it?" And I'm like, "Give it
She-
a minute. Give it a minute." It stopped. Yes. Don't forget to rinse it out.
So basically, what we've now established is that she could actually cope with velvetizer. If we bought her one for a birthday, she'd be okay with it. Well,
wasn't-
no, she wouldn't.
If it wasn't for the fact I had planned to take her to a shop in town to buy Harry Potter stuff for a January treat, I'd get her one of those instead.
Well, as a birthday. She moans no one gets her for her birthday. Job done.
I got her a massive box of cakes.
Yeah. I got a battery charger.
What's wrong with that?
We were literally the only two people that got her anything.
I got her a box of cakes and went, "Here's your gift. Have fun." She's like, "Oh, no, thank you." Anyway, whiskey. Right.
Yes.
We're going to go to the first one. We're going to come over here so you can see the screen. These are the 4 whiskies on display. They are one that I can't be asked to name because we're going to get to it in a moment anyway, which is the one in the middle in the black box. The sample is the Rich Cacao,
Yes.
which is a sample of a very collectible whiskey. Look, I've typed 1 here as well. Fucking grumble.
Okay. Well, that's fine. As long as
Keep it
doesn't
room
transmit
temp. Absolutely.
into
As a fat chick, wait, what? Eat the computer even if it's just a bite. I mean, that's an option.
it. Yeah.
And thank you, whoever donated to me. I didn't get an alert for some odd reason. Oh, coffee. That actually really helps because that money is going to be split down the middle between myself and Dave.
Thank you very much.
I can't say the name, but half of that will go to Dave
Sweet.
towards a January treat. Basically, any donations through coffee will be split down the middle, and Dave and I will use it next week when we go to Whiskey Shop.
And they will be much appreciated because my bonus from work is significantly less than expected, and therefore my whiskey purchasing power is significantly diminished.
It is, and for some reason the coffee bar isn't showing, and I don't
No.
know why. Let's have a look.
So Meg is just going to have a quick faff with the settings to see if we can get it to display so that if you do donate, we can actually see what's going on. So yes, please do bear with us if the screen
You
changes
carry on
around.
why don't you talk about the first whiskey for a moment there, Dave?
So the first whiskey is as Meg says, the black box in the middle. Now this is
I'll show you a separate picture in a moment, guys.
a
It's
brilliant
tricky one.
find that we had many years ago now in Sainsbury's. Unfortunately, Meg's mum had recently passed away. I was down here with him, and we decided we were going to go buy some whiskey. And local Sainsbury's had decent selection, to be fair. That was the one I picked up. Meg picked up a Jack Daniels.
Gentleman Jack is behind the bar in the corner.
Sorry, Gentleman Jack.
I didn't. To be fair, I chose it because I didn't think it was right. I take the Macallan because it cost more.
And what we didn't know then, that we do know now, is that we were really, really stupid. Well, depending on how we look at it.
That's a given.
We opened the Macallan.
It's not working. The coffee bar isn't working at all.
Ah, that's disappointing.
Yes, it is. All right.
But yeah, so we opened the Macallan, and to be fair, we had a few glasses of it.
I don't remember.
He doesn't remember, but to be fair, he had other things on his mind.
Well, yes. Do forgive me for a second while I, guys. I'm just going back here for a minute. I'm just checking, redoing the coffee alert.
It's working on the back end thing that he's looking at, but it won't seem to work.
Well,
on
that's the preview for it.
But that doesn't suggest that coffee is like down or anything, or not going to work.
Right, you carry on talking about that whiskey for a second. I will reprogram. I don't know why it didn't work on earlier on Twitch either.
Oh, okay. Perhaps it is having a moment then.
It might be having a moment situation type deal. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, we have had a little bit, although I haven't had any for a while.
Yeah, it's not happening. Okay.
Other than I did have a glass with my dad at Christmas, because he was talking to people about nice whiskey that he now drinks, and he was talking about the whiskies that he has that are like £40-50.
Oh right.
And I was just like, hold your whiskey. He was like, do you want one of mine? Should I have one of yours? And I was like, have one of mine. I brought it down, poured it out, and he was like, he had a sip and was like, this is really nice. And I was like,
oh no.
Yeah, it's £400.
No, well, just to be clear, no. That's not.
You nearly dropped the glass.
It is and is not true. All right. It is and is not true. That's the whiskey we're looking at first. Sorry, I got the numbers wrong.
So this is the Macallan Gold Masters of Photography Early Button Limited Edition.
Skullduggery, hi. Hope you're well. Hope everyone is joining as well. Sorry for the issues there. Coffee's not working on OBS right now, and I do apologise. I will. All I can do is apologise for that, actually. The thing that Dave mentioned is, yes, to buy this bottle now would cost that much money, but that is not how much he paid when he bought it in Sainsbury's.
About £42.
Yeah, 40, 50 quid. Mine cost about 35, I think it was. Yeah.
I think we went for that because it looks pretty cool,
and because of the cufflinks.
Cufflinks and the fancy topper.
I didn't know about the topper, but I didn't remember that. But I knew you gave the cufflinks to your dad. I'm pretty sure he must have
now.
Them.
Yeah. Because I swapped them for one of his Johnny Walker sets. Because I've got Johnny Walker cufflinks.
I kept the Gentleman Jack that came in a box that looked like a suit. It looks like a folded suit jacket.
Is it in the box down here? Or is it just...
It's just down there somewhere. Oh no, sorry. It might be. I don't know where. It's somewhere behind there.
Somewhere in here. Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Yes. It's a folded suit box, and you can't get those easily anymore anyway. Hello, William. Hope you're well. Tonka 1, no doubt for that. How do you feel about a good bourbon? I don't mind bourbon, to be honest.
Bourbon, yes.
Yeah, there are some good bourbons out there. I mean, Angel's Envy counts, and I like it. I do. I will admit, if I ever had a chance, I would steal that from. Oh, Dave's going to open a cork now.
I don't have to. Just getting out, but.
Do you want me to do it from here?
I don't know how else is going to go because this is a new. I don't normally have this one in there. I put it in there for the.
You're really near the top of that ceramic heater, mate. Do you want to move across or something? Oh,
that was deep.
That was satisfying. Jigger is here. I'll put it over here out of the way. You can keep your glove. I'll take my phone out of the way. But yeah, we this is, by the way, Dave mentioned £400 by now standards. Just to be clear, between us, there are a few whiskies we have, I would argue, surpass this in quality handily.
Yeah.
I forgot to put the mat down, didn't I? Yeah. And that would include my Singleton Diageo Special Release 2023, which is, quite frankly, there's very little comparison.
Yes.
I've got the mat over here.
Yours is better purely because it's open. I have one as well, but mine is not open.
You never know. You might get enough donations to buy one. Do you want to clear this table quick so I can put this down? As I don't want to risk any damage. I do like the fact yours comes with a fancy topper. Because you can use it on any bottle. just to be clear,
so it's a very tight
the
fit.
stopper, it's a cork top, but the metal top on that is just insane. I do it just like that. Your phone and glove. Just like that. That'll work, won't it? Yeah. There you go. Perfect. We now have. Just remember there's an edge to the table.
Yes.
Sorry, we had to put a mat down because the wood isn't treated yet on the bar, and it won't be until August because of the heat.
Yeah.
If you have any questions about this whiskey, ask, because tasting notes are a bit tricky here, because the tasting notes are not online. And there's a reason why, because this is a literal hard-to-find whiskey, and I can't believe Sainsbury's sold it.
No, none of us
wish
we bought this in Sainsbury's.
Just to be clear, it was 2016, September 23rd, 2016. That was when my mum died. That was when he and I were... I was kind of lost. All right, we went to Sainsbury's for something else, I think. We went for food?
I think we went to buy some food.
Curry.
Yeah, we
meal
got
for two. Yeah. We went
curry
for that, and I didn't eat it.
No.
We slept in the living room. It was horrible. I ended up leaving Dave. I don't think he noticed.
I was on the fold out bed, and you just were on the floor on a blanket, and you went for a walk.
I went to work. The next day, Dave's called me asking where I am, and I was walking past Brooks, and I told breakfast.
I think I came and picked you up. We had a bacon sandwich on a bench, didn't we?
You did. I didn't eat mine. Sausage, bacon, baguette.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dave bought... The thing is, Sainsbury's, as a supermarket, they've been trying to up the ball a little bit.
Yeah.
They've got some newer ones in that, like, I look at them and I'm like, how did you get that? And then I'm reminded every year they do it at least once with a whiskey. And this year, 2016, it was a Macallan.
Yeah.
Exclusively from sherry oak casks from Jerez, Spain.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So, yeah. I had some fun with Dad because he was like, why have you opened that? And I was like, it's already open.
Yeah, but you didn't know.
No, I didn't.
Not like
Once I explained that I didn't realise it was be that much money, he
can I possibly
chilled.
warrant
But,
that £400? Can it possibly warrant... Well, that's the thing, Skullduggery. It's the price. It's not necessarily the price tag. That is the value of it based on the whiskey market. And a whiskey market right now does ebb and flow, but with Macallans, it seems to just flow.
And it is based on the fact that this is one of the limited editions where they do get a range of photographers involved to design, like, capture an image, and then they get it redesigned onto the bottle and the box and the stopper.
The box looks to me like it's a fire, like it's meant to be charred or something.
I can't remember if it's supposed to be fire or
rhodium
cloud.
bottle stopper.
Yeah,
that is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's awesome. But I don't ever remember drinking this. Although to be fair, not much has been drunk from it.
It's about half.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't notice.
Let's see if I can see what it says about there. Long-standing commitment to a lot of photography through award-winning series, Master Photography, exclusive collaborations, perfectly conjoin the art of whiskey making with the artist.
Your voice is not going anywhere in the mic, mate. You really are.
I'm trying to get light on the thing. This is my problem.
Bring the light down if you can.
Can't see for photographer's eye. Photographer Ernie Button's Vanishing Spirits image represents the DNA of the Macallan, highlighting the unique, complex, and distinguishing qualities of the revered whiskey.
Yeah.
Striking, unconventional, and as individual as your fingerprint.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it is very swanky.
Is it? You think so?
Well, it looks very swanky anyway.
Okay, well, shall we, before we get to the tasting notes, should we have a little...
Let's introduce ourselves.
Yes, hello. No, would you discard it now, don't I? I'll throw it over the candle, that'll be good.
Yeah, that was the laptop on the two.
What's the ABV on this? Is it just 40?
40.
Please say 46. It's on the back, isn't it, at the bottom?
40.
It's
just 40.
Very well. 46 seems to be where we gravitate, but I'm not going to knock anything that is just whiskey.
I have to realise there is a QR reader on the back. QR
Is
code, so if I can make it...
Fam, that's going to be outdated, surely.
Yes, most likely. I don't know if I can get a light on to read it either.
Give it here.
Just trying to see if I can scan the QR code on the bottle and see if that takes me.
You're going too close. You're creating a shadow. The answer is no, by the way.
Yeah, looks like that's,
it's outdated, so I'm going to use my phone because it's not that I have access to the light like this and I can just hold it, whereas you can't. And no, that QR code doesn't work anymore, mate.
Fair enough. No else.
It's a shame. Oh well, what we're going to have to cry. Windows sound. That was my Windows Defender doing something. Sorry, folks. I'm going to have a sip of this. Been here for 25 minutes and I still haven't touched the whiskey. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's been a while.
Yeah, or 2 days.
Well, for Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. But drinking-wise, it's been 24 hours. I didn't have any during Twitch because I waited for this. It's very smooth, very sweet,
Yeah.
and it's chilled.
Yeah, not sure it's meant to be so chilled.
Who'd have
but
believed it?
Yes.
Mine are insulated in double boxes, so I have an advantage over
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, yours got 2 layers of protection.
Yeah. Mine have all the protection.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really nice. It's a nice slow finish, medium length. Palate's really sweet. Yeah, I like that. It's really good. I can actually give this to one of my sisters and she'd chin me for it.
She would if we told her the price.
The price of it now.
Yeah.
You've got to be.
If we showed her this, then points out what it's worth, she'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing, guys?"
I find it somewhat ironic because somebody who's quite pedantic, then I have to be pedantic with you. I don't get it. Sounds posh. Yeah.
So
it is quite nice. What do the tasting notes say on the nose?
We're having to take this off the box. This is the whiskey maker's notes on the box.
What do the nose say?
So this burnished gold spirit presents a lemon citrus nose, then orange peel and an interlacing sweetness that softens but doesn't eliminate the zest.
Well, orange and lemon hardly cancel each other out on zest, do they?
I'm just trying to work out if this next bit is nose or palate.
Let me see. Where's the palate? Show me where you're pointing, where you are.
So I've got to zest there, and I've got this bit, which I'm not quite sure works.
That has to be the palate because it's vanilla.
It doesn't mention palate till down there though. For the next.
Oh, in that case, then that nose is a very lot. That's a lot of nose. That's your kind of territory. For that joke to make sense, Dave's got a big nose.
So a quiet note of vanilla is followed by dark chocolate, more assertive, yet not overly so, with lingering floral and light oak notes. Let's see if I can pick up any of this.
Well then, Dave, work it out, mate. Work it out.
Well, at least I can get my... thanks to Ragamuffin for the official stream glasses. I am wearing the wrong shirt, I've realised. I do not have mine.
I'll be honest, would you want to wear it in this temperature right now?
Probably not. I do have a
No,
long shirt.
I was thinking, I didn't think you thought that through there, Dave.
Citrus I can get.
The sweetness to me, I don't notice the citrus as much.
There is sweetness. I wouldn't say it's
Can
dark
you taste
chocolate.
citrus? So the question from MJ is, can you taste it?
Well, before I read the palate portion, I'll have another sip and I will see if I can taste citrus.
Yes, please do let us know, Mr. Baydave. Dr. Baydave. Master Baydave.
I would say like orange zest or lemon zest is
Lemon's more pronounced.
yeah.
There's a bitterness to it, I guess. I get it, like not sour, but it's quite a little tang there. It's quite nice.
Yeah.
I'd say it's more lemon than it is orange.
Yeah.
Orange. It's not
There is a
welcoming.
zestiness to it of something that's a citrus
Yeah, it's quite
fruit.
nice.
Yeah.
I like it. It's by the way, this is. You can tell by the way this one's been existing for a while. You can tell from the box, even though he looks after it, tatty as fuck.
Yeah.
In a good way though, because it's like
It has been open and used a little bit. So.
Yeah, well, it's not like your Glenlivet's where the card here folds and tears, but it stays there always. I don't understand how they do that. That card is resilient.
So, citrus and boiled sweets rule the palate, along with hints of ginger and cinnamon, while soft oak tones reveal toasted apples. You said a little bit of a tingle, so it could be the ginger or the cinnamon.
No, maybe because the drink's too chilled. I can't quite tell.
It's possible.
I don't know. I think it's lovely though. Genuinely,
reasonably big sips or reasonably small sips.
I'm doing mega sips. So I do bigger.
I just had more of a Dave sip, and actually I've got a little bit more towards the back. I think that sort of little spiciness does come through a bit more.
More at the back end. It's not. I've been doing it at the front of the mouth. That's a mistake on my part. You're right. There's cinnamon definitely. Yeah. I'm terrible at the tasting thing. I rarely taste what they say I should taste. It's funny because in our DMs earlier you were talking about that bourbon cream and you were really giving it some tasting noted language. And I was like, that's impressive.
This is where she's going to say she was copying and pasting off the bottle.
It is a lot of sweet. The thing is, I've encountered of late, even some of the whiskies that aren't. Well, this is a sherry cask finish, so it should be sweet anyway.
Yeah, sherry casks do tend to be sweeter.
I agree. But a lot of the ones we've been sampling, the Jamesons, for example, I never really gave it much consideration until I bothered to stand there and the Talisker samples we did on Discord on Sunday. There's a lot of sweetness in whiskies I didn't think was there.
Yeah.
Because I'd never thought to do it with Talisker. And we have a Talisker stream planned for August of this year. Yes, and Dave's collection should be great. I'll probably have to bring my
Talisker
Diageo.
2 Electric Boogaloo.
Well, no, that'll be a YouTube one. So
Well,
it'll actually be
True. Anyone on Discord, it'll be number 2. Anyone not on Discord, it'll be number
Well, they might think it's number 2 if they don't like our Talisker stream. They'll
True.
think it's shit.
1.
I'll bring my Diageo sample if we have any left.
Yeah, well, we can probably make it last. Maybe.
What? Either that or next Wednesday I'll just buy another bottle and be like, right, that's the one we're using. I'll need a day after. Maybe the boat trip as well.
Yeah. The finish is medium sweet, malty, and slightly dry.
Dry, yes. And just to answer MJ, is it worth the price? By today's standards, no. But by the standards of what he paid for then, it was a steal.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pay £400 for that bottle. I wouldn't pay £400 for any bottle.
I would thinking of go back to obviously last year's stream, the Macallan and Dalmore.
Yeah, that's on this channel in the Not Worth a Cork stream list. It's one of the first streams. There is a bottle. I can't remember what it's titled. Leon, Secretary, could you please get it and post it for those who might be interested?
Yes.
Thank you.
But if you go back to that and you think of the price of those ones
and the quality,
I would say that this probably, if this was around that price point, it would probably sit okay.
Yeah.
I think, the fact we paid less than 50 quid for it, it's a banger.
I don't think that is worth as much as my Night on Earth.
I think the value of it doesn't come as much from the whiskey as it does from the packaging, the branding, the edition.
That was not just that. That was limited erosium freaking stopper, cufflinks.
I think that's what's boosted the value.
I should have asked for one of those. I didn't. I should have asked one of those. That'd been cool. Really cool collection. Although knowing me, I would have gotten rid of the box.
Yeah.
That would have been a mistake.
Yeah. So I think the value of this one lies more in the extras rather than the whiskey itself.
But for the price he paid then, this whiskey stacks up to other whiskies in this price range. For the same price, you can get a bottle of Talisker 10. This is comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, this is Glenlivet 12. Yeah, you can't even get. A standard Macallan Gold is nearly 100 quid on its own now.
Yeah, because 12s are in the 70s,
so
aren't they?
70s, 80s.
Yeah. 78 quid on Master Malt, I think it was, or whiskey shop.
Yeah, Macallan, you're probably talking double the price for the equivalent Macallan of, say, a Livet 12 or Brandy, whatever.
I think if I had 100 quid, nearly 80, 90 quid to spend, I'd rather buy it as close to a Livet 18 than the Macallan.
Well, it's 108 for a Livet 18, I think, at the minute.
Depends where you buy it from.
Yeah.
Sometimes
what discount code you've got.
Amazon had it 50. Well, that code I could have gotten at 50. I could have got for 85.
Yeah.
But yeah, a Livet 18's.
We know that's good because I've got one open.
Yeah, and I've had a few. We've had a few glasses. It's a banger. We did a Livet stream.
Yeah,
and we loved it. It's a good stream.
Yeah,
it was a nice one.
Thank you, Leona. Good work, Secretary.
Thank you. We appreciate that. Yes, we really do. But yeah, I think this is a good starter whiskey for the stream. Yeah, I think sorry, I'm getting loads of alerts.
It is light enough to be a good entry whiskey.
It's only 40%. I wouldn't expect much weight from that.
No,
I was impressed with you. People thought we were drunk the other day when we were doing all the glasses of Loch Lomond. I was like, but it was 3 glasses of 40%. It wasn't huge. It was just once you loosen, it loosens you up a little when you're talking, and I needed to be a bit more.
Not like the 59.9% of the Talisker.
I've seen one that I want to get that's about £100, and it's 64.2%.
Uh-oh.
And they have it in Norwich, but you have to be a member of the whiskey club to get it.
Well, that's handy because I happen to know 2 people who are members of the whiskey club.
What a coincidence! So do I. And I'm stood there thinking.
Pretty sure one of the ones on my list is on offer this week is Whiskey Wednesday.
Was it higher than that? Doesn't matter. I was looking at it and I'm like, tempted.
We're going on Wednesday as well.
Wednesday.
Whiskey Wednesday.
We'll explain that later. So, have you ever shot this before?
No.
Do you want to?
I mean, it's open.
Have another little sip first.
It's open, so it's not like I'm going to do any damage to it at this point by shooting it.
I'll tell you what, the sipping part.
I will have to have another sip first.
I'm not familiar with that particular sherry cask. Was it Jerez?
Jerez or Jerez. I don't know about
Jerez.
I don't know if there's anything on here about the particular cask.
Well, I've only heard of Oloroso because it's the most common. I've heard of Palo Cortado, Amontillado, Pedro Jimenez. Yeah, I've heard of those. I've not heard of this one. So that's interesting. I like that. I'm just waiting
it's
for the one
supposed to
that's
be whiskey in the bottom of the glass.
What's the really shit whiskey you get in the pub? They're freaking Harveys. Is that what it's called? Do you know what I'm talking about? The blue bottle.
That's Bristol Cream. That's made of whiskey.
No, I'm talking about which sherry casks they use for the sherry.
Oh right. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Is it Harveys?
Yeah.
I think so. It's just, that. Shot. Well, we normally charge for it, but we'll
Sherry oak cask. So right. So on the back there are 6 pillars of Macallan.
Okay.
I'll read them out quickly because I think they're actually quite interesting.
Okay.
So number 1 is the spiritual home. So Easter Elchies House. I don't know if that's how I pronounce it. Proudly watches over the distillery in Speyside, Scotland. Built in 1700, this Jacobean manor house is Macallan's spiritual home.
Okay.
So number 2 is curiously small stills. The Macallan's curiously small and uniquely shaped copper stills help concentrate the flavour of the new make spirit.
I think those stills are on a picture of something we looked at recently. Was it on the back of my Nice on Earth, the new one?
Yes, they might be.
There's 2 different stills, and one has like an L on the top of it.
Yes, they do have like a pipe that bends over.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a strange design.
So number 3, the finest cut. The Macallan takes one of the finest new make spirit cuts of any distillery in Scotland, typically a mere 16%. That's a very small percentage of what they make that gets into whiskey then.
That explains the cost, then, doesn't it?
They waste a lot. That's obviously, yeah.
That is a huge
We're
amount
paying
of
for their
waste.
wastage.
That's a lot of waste, though, isn't it?
Number 4, exceptional oak casks. So Macallan 1824 series, which is the Masters of Photography.
Halt. Nerfy has a question. Don't look at the chat. No.
Didn't look.
I really like the Glenmorangie. Have you ever tried? No.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. We've got about 15 bottles between us minimum. No, we've not had any.
16. There's another nectar in my cabinet.
True.
In the,
could you tell us about it? We don't know anything.
We are doing another Glenmorangie stream in the near future. Someone tells you they have a cask of Amontillado. Don't go into this. I know the story. It's a Poe thing. I've done it on Whiskey Reads. But I also have an Amontillado cask finish right there at the back. Oh, no, it's this one.
That's that one at the front.
Yeah. Amontillado cask, Glenmorangie 12. We haven't opened, and I'm waiting for it.
Yeah.
A Tale of Forest or Tale of Cake? Well, I've got a Tale of Forest.
Well, we haven't had cake, but Forest only works with water. Or works well with water. It doesn't work so well without.
So it's like the weird thing with Tale of Forest is a lot of the earthy qualities, the forest plant life flavours.
Fauna.
They only came out when you added a few drops of water. By that I mean Dave drops.
Yeah,
which is equivalent to a splash.
It was quite plain otherwise, wasn't it?
You're still in mourning on the. Well, they still got it in stock in places.
I still got some.
I could buy one. No, I can't buy one right now. I've got the money, but
yeah,
I ended up buying train tickets to go to Norwich, so I was being responsible rather than have Dave buy them, so I'd have to pay him back.
Yeah, because we've still got other things to sort out. Paying each other.
We'll do that next week.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, exceptional oak casks. Macallan 1824 series exclusively matured in sherry oak casks from Jerez, Spain. These casks are filled with aged sherries and left to mature before receiving our new make spirit. Number 5, natural colour. The interaction of spirit and wood alone delivers the variety of rich natural colours that distinguish the Macallan range.
Yeah.
So there's no caramel additives for colouring.
Share David, say for when I get there. No. Just a thing, right? When David bought that Nectar d'Or, he actually came to my cabin. He stayed here. He brought it with him and some samples. And he looked at me and said, I finally decided to do what you do and got myself a birthday whiskey. And it was the Nectar d'Or.
I had gone with,
And then I said,
sit your ass down and get under this blanket.
I'll take that for a moment. It's a really fancy box. Just give me a moment. Blanket. Children, bring forth.
It was like a scene from the Avengers when they assemble. Except a load of children appeared carrying whiskey.
I mean, they assembled. And
they did.
They brought their weapons of choice.
One of the few times all of them have done as they've told on cue.
Well, 4 of them. It was still funny, but still, he bought a bottle of Nectar d'Or. And we did actually try it.
Yes.
I've only ever had one glass. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'd love to have it again, to be honest. The only thing is, I want to see how it stacks up with the new Nectar. Called the Nectar instead.
The Nectar, yeah.
I don't mind that because that's the La Santa, that's the Quinta Ruben.
Yeah.
And the original.
Yeah.
You know, I get that the is very important. And you've got the others aren't
the Nectar d'Or.
Sorry,
it is the Nectar d'Or.
Yeah. So it's a thing. They just want to keep the Cadbo estate.
Yeah.
for the 15, but I have, which is also different from yours, and I'd love to
Yeah.
find out what the difference is.
Yeah, we'll have to do that.
Anyway,
then, won't we?
back to Macallan.
So
Finish
the last
your-
one is
yeah.
number 6, Peerless Spirit. The Macallan is celebrated far and wide by experts and discerning drinkers as the world's most precious whiskey.
Barney Stinson.
Barney Stinson. That guy's awesome.
Awesome.
This isn't Barney Stinson.
Singing this song would be really lame.
Yes,
That was my ringtone for years.
it was. Can genuinely confirm.
All right, I'm going to YOLO swag fan, by the way.
Yeah.
We need
let's-
to move on to the next
let's
one
have a
anyway.
go. But yeah, that's quite interesting. The pillars that make a Macallan.
Bit sharper on the shot. Bit sharper.
Mhm.
It doesn't burn. Not really.
I'm getting doing the shot. I'm actually getting that richness that could
Yeah.
well be that dark chocolate.
Yeah, it's definitely got a bit
It's
more
like rich bitterness.
I don't like that. A lot of the flavors we get in the tasting notes we get it mostly from shotting, and
Yeah.
I don't like that because there are many I've had that I really enjoy just drinking casually, calmly, and just
We're
enjoying
obviously
it.
still not pro enough at this yet.
Maybe
we must
I mean-
drink more whiskey.
I mean, I do eat low quality food. I had an omelette sandwich earlier. I mean,
There's nothing wrong with that. I had a
it would have
cheese and
had,
onion toasty.
would have had ham in it had Voodoo not smacked it out
Yeah.
of my hand. And then he had it in his mouth, jumped over the child gate, and my sister then yeeted him out the house.
Yeah,
Like, he was lucky.
yeah.
I mean, okay, context here. Like, a cast strength Singleton, 14 Diageo special release, yeah? Swine. Yeah, right? The flavour on that is immense.
Yes.
But it's cast strength, you get it in your face. Obviously, you reduce it down,
Yeah.
it's going to be harder to find it. But that limited release, the impact is very present. But there are other whiskies I've had that are 40%, and they're just brilliant. Just brilliant. Like, well,
what is the Lasanta? The Morangi Lasanta, just purely because it's a sherry finish.
well, it's the OG sherry
Yeah.
finish. For this to make
Is that
sense,
40%?
I'll tell you in a second.
It's a new style bottle. Meg struggling to find where it says
There
the
it's
percentage
written
on it.
43.
43.
Sorry,
so it
it's
is a
right
bit-
there.
it
You
is a bit
can't
strong.
see it.
Oh, that is see stupid label design.
Yeah, there are 46 for the Amontillado.
Okay.
Right, so for this to make sense, for you need to know this. Glenmorangie pioneered sherry cask finishes. They also pioneered port cask finishes.
Yes.
They became the 12-year-old La Santa and the 14-year-old Quinta Ruben.
Yeah, which I still have not opened yet.
Mine is open. We've both had
We
half
have
of it,
Santa,
and it's exquisite. Quite frankly,
But-
I think it's the best one.
Yeah, but I mean, I really like the Lasanta.
I've never had the La Santa.
I'm sure you've had some of mine. I'm sure
Nope.
I've given you some at some point.
Nope.
Okay.
Legit, I've never had it. I've only ever had the Palo Cortado.
Mistakes have been made. We will be rectifying them at some point.
I'll bet yours next week.
Yeah. But no, the Lasanta.
Actually, no, you won't be able to because of the whole recovery.
Yeah,
Building furniture recovery and buying.
but the Lasanta, you
Hello,
get
Ola.
more
Hope
flavour.
you're well.
pretty
Hello,
early on.
Elena. Hope you're well. Kept thinking the start time was England. Well, that's understandable. We Brits are useless at timekeeping. Hope you're both well. Hope everyone's having a great day. Do smash the like. If you were to rate this whiskey, right, would you agree with me? This, for what we're doing, is the baseline, but it is still an above average whiskey
Yeah, I think
for the
if
price
you
of what
look
it was.
yeah, if you look at it as a £400 whiskey, it's about a 4.
But
if you look at it as a £42 whiskey,
Yeah.
7.5.
I'm gonna just pull one off the top of my head and say there's a whiskey cheaper. There are many options that are better that are cheaper, and of course I would want you to save your money. So Dave is now going to mention one off the top of his head that is cheaper than this, what it was then, and I will name one as well.
Penderyn.
Johnny Walker Green. Since I'm looking right
Yeah,
at it,
just about cheaper. Yeah.
well, it's 35.
Most times I've seen it's about 42, 43. So
Got it on sale.
fair enough. So yeah, but I mean, Penderyn is 35 to 40 as standard price.
Okay, I'll go. I'll be a bit more. I'll be more pragmatic. I'm going to go easy one. Easy.
He's going to say Jameson's at some point.
Could have.
He's
Could
pointing
have.
at me.
No, I
He
was going to
thinking
go with
about
the Bunnahabhain 12.
it. Yeah.
Yep, that's a nice rich sherry finish. Johnny Walker Black.
Yeah.
Or if you want,
I'm trying to think.
oh, just to be clear,
I'm trying
here,
to what Coach Built is.
once you go black, you never go back, and 2 is always better than 1. So double black. Singleton 50s usually
5 is
35.
even better than 400.
Yeah.
If we,
But actually, I would say if you're going to buy a sherry cask finish, don't dive in at the deep end and go Macallan. Go Glenmorangie
yeah,
first.
try something. There are other entry level ones.
Go to the OG because the OG does it right from
Yeah.
the bat, and they're consistent. Don't go to this more obscure barrel.
Morangi Original, Morangi La Santa.
Which is Oloroso as well.
Yeah, both of those would work.
Yeah. What is a standard sherry cask finished Johnny Walker? Because they're blended malts, aren't they? So they're not really.
I don't really think they do a properly sherry.
No, I don't think they do.
Because the green is a lot of Isla whiskey.
Yeah, it is.
The black is just well.
The black. Well, it depends which one. Depends which one. It's. I've got origins as well as standard, so it's a bit tricky.
Yeah.
No, they don't do it. They don't do it. I mean, with me and Dave, we'll agree.
Charred oak.
Dave and I will agree that if you're going to go with a sherry cask, while Dave fucks around, I love cherry so much. Sherry, SH, not CH. Cherries are delicious though, and oddly enough, when my cabin is built, that's not going to be it either, mate. No. When my cabin was built, we had a cherry tree in the garden. In fact, before my mum died, she made some cherry pies from it, which my sisters didn't enjoy, but because I am a nostalgic bastard, I ate all of them. And also, I was really badly grieving. But yeah, if you're going to go with sherry cask, get La Santa. It's about the same price to the Macallan in the context of what it was then. But I'd say go with La Santa because you're not risking it. You're not buying it for a name. You're buying it because of quality.
Well, I mean, to a degree, you are buying it for a name as well, but you're not paying for the name.
Yes, but you're paying for the name of something that's been around longer and isn't a punt on something that is less known. Whereas the Jerez is not as well known as Oloroso.
No, I think with Glenmorangie, you're getting a name without paying for a name.
I agree with your rating, though. I'd say it sits maybe 6.5 to 7 for me because I think we know something's going to be better in a moment.
Yeah.
So I don't want to give it too high because I know something else is going to be beating it. The real one in the dark is, oddly enough, the sample.
Yeah.
So we're going to go to the next one. Is this the right image? Yes, it is mine. We need some palate cleansers, and there's water in the jug, by the way.
I am jugging.
Yep. It's a bit frosty.
Yeah. Let me just chip the ice away.
Don't break it, you cunt.
We get one.
You get one. Afterwards, you get one hug. It'd be a bear hug, and you're breaking your bloody spine. Anyway, yes. So, please don't be too long. But yes, we are going to be moving on to this. We'll do some water first. For those who don't know, use water in your glass and a jigger to cleanse your palate so you're fresh for the next glass if it's something different. Otherwise, you don't bother. You just carry on refilling until you're pissed.
I thought I'd broken your youngest niece that lives here earlier. I picked her up and I lifted her backwards and her back just went floppy and she just spiraled over my arm. Oh, Jesus!
She ragdolls like
She's very bendy.
She ragdolls. So, the whiskey you see on the screen is actually called... I chose it. I bought it in January. I went to the whiskey shop in 2023.
I remember that now.
At the end of January 2023, I went to Norwich for a flyover visit, actually. I went there, stayed the night, came back the next day.
This is a collaboration thing as well.
So is the other one.
So basically, the only one we have that isn't is the third one.
We'll get to it later. You're jumping ahead because they don't know what that is. Right. Anyway,
I just noticed.
Basically, every January after December. Hi, Shady Lane. Hope you're well. Enjoy lurking.
Yes, January follow December.
Skipping ahead and being pedantic to avoid the journey. So I, in December, work quite hard on YouTube and I tried to make as much as I can so I can buy myself a treat. 3 years ago I did this and I bought a bottle of Jack Daniel's Sinatra Select that I'm looking at. Yeah. It's a litre. It doesn't get touched much, but I do love it because of the presentation. It's a litre. It looks amazing.
It is a pretty swanky bottle.
To the point, it's probably the best one I've ever had, and I've seen people say it's no better than a single barrel. I disagree.
They are wrong.
But it is also about the spectacle of it. The following year, though, I bought the best one I've ever bought. And it can't be denied, it is the single best one I've ever bought. Called Highland Park Fire. In a wooden presentation box in my glass cabinet. Limited edition, but you can still buy them, and I'm tempted. I'm not even joking. I would buy another just to refill it. I would. Maybe. Yeah. You can't, but I can. Dave ended up buying the sister to that, Niflheim, which is the sister, since it's where Seta's wife is, Simara. And we ended up doing a stream on it, actually. Fire and Ice stream, which is actually in the playlist.
Yes.
But the Highland Park Fire has taken a bit of pummeling from us over the years, because it's just too popular.
Yeah, we may have used it as... with steak.
Whiskey, yeah.
I don't think we put it on the steak.
No, we had it for dinner.
With the steak. Brother-in-law had some as well.
Yeah, a friend of the family as well. Because I poured a glass for everyone. Because I bought it. All four of us were in the kitchen. I was like, "Look at this, we're having it."
And then he was very annoyed when he said, "What do people want to drink now?" And Dave was like, "More, please."
I get another glass. We have more. Help yourself, Dave. Don't mind if I do.
Yeah.
But last year,
help yourself, Dave. I'm already pouring.
Last year, Love Night on Earth. Oh, really? Nice. 30-year-old double cask is $4,300. Wow.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. So last year I went into the whiskey shop in Norwich and I said, look, I told them what I bought, and this lovely guy, they've gone
The
out.
candles has gone out.
I'll deal with that in a sec, okay? I said to him, look, I've got a budget. I want to buy something ostentatious. And we were looking at options, and then in the corner of my eye, at the top of the shelf, right at the top, this guy couldn't reach it either.
No.
Not the guy we saw in August, one of the shorter guys.
Yeah.
I was like, how much is that? He's like, I don't know.
He's like, give me a minute to get the ladder.
He got the ladder, got up there, checked, he's like 105 or something. I was like, I'm back here tomorrow. I'll take that. Yeah. So he put that and a few other things aside. Next day I came in and just paid for it. I'm not going to do it this year. I'm going to go in and be a bit more blasé. But I bought this.
Here's my money. Make me a basket. Could you imagine doing that? I was like, here's £500. Give me whiskey.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. But yeah,
that could be a stream. The whiskey shop's chosen whiskey stream.
We went into that shop to buy treats because Dave has gotten in on the January treat thing as well.
Yeah.
He bought Dalmore cigar malt, which was a win.
Yes.
And he bought himself a dad a birthday present. I had already bought Dave a treat. And I bought myself some stream. No, I didn't buy stream whiskies.
You got me a cat bowl.
I did. I got you a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
Coincidentally, something you're getting this year. I bought this. I also bought a few other things that because I just
many other things.
No. I bought Angel's Envy, Bushmill 16. That you bought Penderyn as well.
I did buy
Penderyn Portwood.
Did I buy Portwood or did I buy
It's in the photo.
And something else?
No,
I think I just bought Portwood.
Because I bought the Glencairn
glasses.
glasses. I bought Dura Tide and Time.
Yes.
I didn't buy a huge amount. It was just not as much as August. But I bought a few things that really stood out. And the Dura Tide and Time I've got as well. We like that as well.
Yes.
We did review this whiskey, and someone did say in the chat then, "Oh, which one do you prefer more?" And we're like, you can't compare them.
Yeah.
The cigar malt's rich, and this one is biscuity. Like it legitimately says on the front, shortbread, cinnamon, orange.
Yeah.
I promise you, that's the first thing you smell.
Yeah. Because what we probably need to do is, for pure biscuitiness, is compare that to my cad bowl and some shortbread.
We were going to, weren't we, as well?
I don't know what your cad bowl's like.
Mine's different batch. Yeah. The tasting notes on the box are completely different.
So
completely different.
So we could have a biscuit stream at some point where we legitimately eat biscuits.
Go buy some decent shortbread as well.
I've got the grouse shortbread, but that's not selling it.
I said decent shortbread.
Walker's Scottish.
We'll look into it later. When we do a stream, we'll plan it out.
Oh, secretary, if you
she's not.
she's not in. Okay.
Yeah.
Someone remind us when she's back to get her to note down biscuit stream.
There was something I needed to get. I was just thinking we were talking about something, and I was going to get it while you were talking, and I've completely forgotten.
Pass. Sorry, don't know.
Doesn't matter. It's fine. Anyway, yes. So this is the Night on Earth. This is my one. I'm very proud of it. We have only opened it once. I've had about 3 glasses out of it since. What makes these unique is it's 2 boxes. The orange box on the outside opens to a blue box that can be taken out on the inside. That also opens differently to be even more ostentatious. Also, there's a lot more writing on this, and there's a flavour notes on the back as well. It's 43%. It is for the release with Erica Dawn to capture the universal feeling of optimism and bonding at this time of year. Well, we certainly bonded over this bottle.
There was intimate bonding.
Hand-holding and ball cuddling. It's this version is called In Scotland.
Oh, candle.
Yes, that was it. In Scotland. That's what it was called. Carry on.
So Night on Earth we established was recently where we have worked out that Night on Earth is the series, and In Scotland is the version edition, and that makes sense because when you think of like food from Scotland, shortbread comes to mind as one of the things. Like Scottish shortbread, Scottish butter shortbread. It's obviously amazing. So that actually makes a lot of sense with the tasting notes of this as well. But yeah, it took us a while to work out when we first got this how to get into the thing. It's not exactly made obvious. There's no instructions, so it's not made obvious how you open it. But once we got into it, it is, as you can see in the photo, it is nice and ostentatious.
Light is behind you. Oh no, you put it there. Sorry.
It does look like a presentation piece. It's got that like aura about it. It's like this is something different. This is something special.
That was one of the reasons I went with it. Just to be clear, I did say I wanted something ostentatious, and we were looking at options. Me and the guy in the shop, and he just didn't know what I wanted. I thought it was lit, and it wasn't. And it was a bit of it almost became a disaster. And I saw it in the window as well. And
Yeah, because they had one in the window.
Yeah,
and
and
they had one on the shelf.
He said it was lucky because he didn't want to pull everything out to get.
Yeah, the one in the window was behind like 20 other bottles.
Yeah, that's typical really of the shop. It's just always a bit of a ball ache to get some of the good ones.
Yeah.
Not that I mind because it's their problem, not mine.
Yeah. So yeah, we opened it. We did it as the stream, which went down very well. I don't think I've had any since. You have, but I don't think I have.
I've had 2 glasses since, so it's only been opened 3 times.
Yeah. So if you hear funny noises, maybe it's just refreshing the heating system. We're having a reload on the heaters.
Carry on. Read some of the stuff on the box. That's fascinating. Don't drop it.
So I found there's light now. So yeah. So there's a story. There is one night in the year when friends, family, and loved ones come together. A night of. And it's been ruined. There we go.
Why don't spoil it?
Yeah. A night of warm memories and plans for the future. The Macallan, A Night on Earth, is a limited edition single malt whiskey. I feel like I'm doing one of those voiceover challenges on The Apprentice.
In the world.
Yeah. Here in its natural habitat.
You'll find this whiskey is the very best one
in the world. Yes. A Night on Earth is a limited edition single malt whiskey specially created to capture the essence of that unique moment where the world comes together. It's only just because there's fireworks. That's the only reason we like it.
Yeah.
For this release, artist Erica Dawn has captured the universal... I think you've read that bit, actually.
Yeah, I read that bit.
The inspiration for the design comes from Hogmanay, the traditional Scottish New Year's celebration.
Yeah, because they have to be different.
Yeah, so better than Old Lang Syne, anyway.
I don't mind Old Lang Syne. That's a good song.
New Year is full of fond memories for the Macallan community in Speyside. This stunning location...
It's when duty goes up and they have to charge more.
Yeah, true. That is very true. This stunning location, close to both a bakery and the Macallan distillery, means the aromas of the finest buttery shortbread and exceptional single malt whiskey fills the air in homes during the Hogmanay celebrations. To this day, this combination of flavours play an important part of the traditions of New Year in Scotland.
Brilliant. So Dave's not going to read the tasting notes from the box just yet, by the way, because we haven't got a glass yet. So it wouldn't be a very good idea. But Dave is going to work his way through it and open it all up.
Into box number 1.
Dave does like to get
behind door number 2.
He loves getting in a good box. Tighter the better.
It's not a deal or no deal. Would you like to know what's behind box number 1 or box number 2?
You pull it out, mate.
Yeah, I know, but the
tab thing.
But
the tab thing, that was really... it says from writing on there, though, out with the old, in with the new is written on the tab. There was a little bit of card that was holding it. I could put something new on that. What's that?
This first photo offers...
You're no into the mic, mate.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's anything worth reading.
Well, I'll read it, yeah.
There's a blurb inside the outer box. This is very confusing. Layers. Many layers.
It's short.
The pop was underwhelming, but the squeeze.
The cork work was good.
Ooh, that's better.
So it says here, celebrating the end of a year and welcoming in the new year is something Scotland has always had a great tradition in, because it involves consumption of buckfast. In Scotland, we call New Year's Eve Hogmanay. After the stroke of midnight, there's a custom for the first person to cross the threshold of your home to bring gifts. That sounds like a con. So you get the Jehovah's Witnesses to do it.
So basically, it's a solo celebration because no one goes to visit anyone.
Unless they're going to piss on their front door. The Macallan has created a unique whiskey. So the shortbread thing being the main focal point of that. Here, take the box. This is quite a nice bottle. I will admit at first I didn't like the bottle that much because I don't like the sunk-in part here. I've never been a fan of that. No. But because of how good it tasted, I was quite fond of it. And I'm quite fond of how well it's turned out. And it's certainly well received here. We don't knock that kind of whiskey because we know the quality. We've had it. I've had a few now. I wanted to put it in my... It's in my... What have you done?
Put it back in.
No. You donated. You almost donated to us, you donut.
I must have held it with my elbow or something.
Dave almost donated £1, or it could have been 100 if he fucked that up, to the stream.
Well, a super chat, so we'd have got like 20p of it.
Yeah. But yeah, Night on Earth in Scotland, is that? Or by Scotland?
Night on Earth, A night on Earth in Scotland. Yes.
Here are the
I'll leave it
tasting
back up
notes on
here
the
for
screen for those who are curious. Dave and I are going to have a little sniff now in our usual pretentious way.
You know, I think I can get delicious biscuits.
If only I had. I've only got Oreos, I'm afraid. I can't compare them.
My shortbread's up in your sister's room, so that's a bit far to go.
I'm not eating anymore right now. It would have been nice to just get a shortbread and
Just open a
sniff it
shortbread and
along.
go,
No, take one bar and just go.
yeah, Meg, close your eyes. Shortbread or whiskey?
Yes.
Yes.
No, this smells like it just smells straight up like shortbread. It straight up smells like. That's what's so
It
good
is,
about
yeah. Imagine you're sat and you just opened a tin of shortbread. That
Yeah,
immediate.
it's
hit,
another
that,
sweet one.
That
yeah.
is it. Yeah.
I don't. The ones that might throw us are the next two, but only because we've never had them. We don't know what they are. We know what this is. We knew the first one, but I don't remember it. I remember this one because I had a glass of this 2 weeks ago. Because I was going to update my notes in my book. No, I was going to update my notes in my book.
Yeah.
Just to make it's there. Just to make sure it's all good. And yeah, no, I was quite. I was sat down, just chilling out. I was like, yeah, all right, I'll have a glass.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not indeed?
My whiskey. Drop bloody one. Have a drink if I want to drink.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not drinking alone to get pissed or anything.
no, to be fair, normally you drink with people on stream.
I do, yeah. It was just a one-off thing. I was doing all the cleaning up.
Yeah.
Well, before I made mess again, and then to clean up again.
There's a lot more space in here now, though.
Yeah, it would be nice when I got a rug in here.
Yeah.
That'd be done.
For those not aware, we are once again streaming from the Marbury Bar, which does mean we have failed in one thing.
Dave didn't put on the hat.
Dave did not put on the hat.
He's put the hat on, though, so it's fine.
The hat has been.
Yes, the hat is not on.
The hat is not a lie. We, however, will be breaking one of the rules of the bar by not having some of the Infinity Dram because we are doing other drinks.
Context is key here. I think it's if we're not streaming, then you have it.
That was too big. But, hey,
I think as we are, there's no point having it. But yeah, another sweet whiskey, and I'm gonna have a sip. You have a sip?
Yeah, let's go for it. Let's. Do we eat it? Drink it?
Oh. If I eat it, surely it's going to be in a sandwich. It's like drinking liquid shortbread.
That'd be an interesting moist maker.
I don't know if I'd be alright with that.
Bread soaked in Macallan.
It's the concerning part of what you have with it. Because if you're having a sandwich that's a moist maker, surely the meat on either side would kind of be undermining the sweetness of the whiskey. And the whiskey would undermine that. Hello, G-dubs, hope you're well. And you're not late, you're fashionably on time to the tune of minus 63 minutes.
Great success, well done. But thank you for being here.
Great success indeed.
But yes, that is. I get on the palate. I don't get it on the nose, but on the palate, I do get the orange as well.
Yeah, it's sort of more of a. To me, I find that to be more of a finish. So on the nose, it says vanilla, butter-rich, baked apple, baking biscuits, plum, and almond.
Baking biscuits, rich butter, yes.
All right.
I didn't get any plum.
Okay, almond's a strange one because that's not really. It's not too. If it is there, it's not pronounced.
So this is a bit of a jaunty angle.
It's a little bit, yeah. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Plum, maybe, but I'm not. The vanilla, butter-rich, baked apple biscuit. Yeah, baked apple I could kind of get, but I think it's more the baking biscuit. It's just like and the butter-rich part.
It's just that's the biggest bit, isn't it? It's just
vanilla
that.
for smoothness, sure,
Yeah.
but it's everything else. The fruits aren't really required. The palate says soft, velvety sweetness reminiscent of shortbread.
Yeah,
Reminiscent with
reminiscent
a rich.
meaning exactly like.
Yeah. We've got a question. Don't look. Nope.
Alpha, stop telling me we've got a question.
I'll get it.
Don't look. We've got a question.
I'll get to it in a moment. With a rich mouth coating, vanilla sweetness with lightly toasted marshmallow, dried oranges, fig, and cinnamon. That's all right.
Maybe the cinnamon. Yeah,
The fig. I've had fig recently, but it's not as.
I don't think
It's
I
very-
can't think last one I had.
Fig is like a really subtle flavour.
Yeah.
So it's
I've had
really.
fig for many years.
There used to be a fig tree at the end of the road, so they cut the fucking thing down.
Yeah, they tend to do have fruit trees these days, don't they?
I don't know why. I can kind of, yeah. Cinnamon perhaps right at the end, like the back of the tongue. The question from Michael. Ever had a whiskey, spelled EY, but we'll go with KY and EY, you absolutely did not like? Yes.
Do a sip, but then actually like swirl it.
Okay,
We do
while I
get a
do
little
that,
bit more.
answer the question.
Absolutely did not. Did I have any of the Pogues? Yes. So I can give you several. Pogues, the Pogues, and Jameson's Orange.
That's not a whiskey. Not a whiskey.
Oh no, yes, that one was the liqueur.
That's
And
a spirit drink. Doesn't count.
unfortunately, much to the disappointment of probably everyone that's tried a whiskey at some point in their lives, Glenfiddich 12. I do not like Glenfiddich 12.
So, for me, Pogues, I bought it. It was a wedding thing for my sister. We were going to save it for the wedding and not buy it at the bar. And then we both spent about 100 quid at the bar.
And drank all the other ones we brought but that. I
And
think.
Man of Swords.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. And all the Kendall
Yes.
But yes, to the point, there's always a Kendall somewhere.
Yes.
Always. It's
I have
just-
2 at the moment. I have
Yeah.
one dreg left in the little one.
One was sent off the wish list, in fact. But yes, Pogues is one. Bells, Teachers, Grants, Grouse, or
Well,
Grants.
yeah, I mean, I wasn't
all the
counting
standards.
those, but
All the standards of those.
Yeah.
I'm also not a big fan of Speyburn 10, which Dave does like. I don't hate it.
No,
per
I've
se.
not had the 10. Mine's the
Well,
Brad and the Rack, which is
My
a
apologies.
variant.
Okay, I
yeah.
thought it was a 10. My mistake.
I think
My
it's
correction.
similar to the 10.
Right, sure. I'm
Although I
not.
don't think you were that keen on that either.
I'm not. Whatever the Speyburn was, I had that you bought and you.
That'll be
it
the
was-
Braddon, because that's
Right.
the one I've had. Yeah,
Yeah,
that'll be the Brad and the
I
Rack.
wasn't a big fan of it.
That's fair.
I'm not a big fan of the Glenfiddich. I'll go and tell you the name of it. It's not the 12. I don't hate it either, but I'm not big on it.
He is, yeah.
It
Running
is
a
the
bag.
Experimental Orchard Experiment, series number 5. It's okay. It's just not great. But I don't. But it's close with that. But if we're not going to be pedantic. We're going to include it because everyone else does, and they're wrong to. Jack Daniel's number 7.
Yes.
It has to be included. It's shit.
And neither of us drink it anymore.
No, we don't. We really don't. It says on the finish, medium with sweet butterscotch and freshly baked biscuits. The biscuits is just everywhere.
I mean, yeah, it's just biscuit, and more biscuit.
Yeah, so what biscuits would you pair with this one? Shortbread.
Well, shortbread.
I'm definitely not going to go to my box, my ottoman.
Break out the mint arrow or something.
I've got some Halloween Oreos, some white double creams, got some hotel chocolate. Oh.
Hotel chocolate might work.
Oh.
Good hotel chocolate. What one is
Fruit
that?
and nut.
That might work.
Yeah, I've got
Fruit and
some
nut biscuit.
dark chocolate hobnobs. I actually won't eat these either. I just forgot about them.
Okay, for science.
David, conduct an experiment.
I'm uncorking the
Hang on,
box.
hang on. No, you gotta.
Wait.
No,
Oh,
you've got to. You can't be cocky about in a scientific experiment like this.
oh dear. Science. He's left the room. I'm always worried when this happens.
When one conducts scientific experiments, one must always wear goggles.
Oh geez, he has got me
These are my
safe.
official Royal Society of Chemistry ones. Please make sure you are safe at all times. Shut the fuck up.
Mostly it's okay,
Put your goggles on. I'll do.
So there we go. They're behind the glasses. Yes, if you want to take a picture for Leona, you can,
Yes, I do.
and your sisters. 'cause
You're like
they'll
an
find it easier.
absolute jeb end right now. Why is my phone going? Oh, there it is. It took a photo. It took ages to take a photo. But David's going to eat a dark chocolate hobnob, and he's going to. Are you going? If you donate to this, he'll dip it into the whiskey. If you don't worry, he'll eat it neat. You do like? I like dark chocolate too. I just forgot about these. I don't want to eat anything right now. I've got to be careful. Look after my figure, you know. Good biscuit though, isn't it?
It's a good biscuit.
You can't go wrong with a hobnob.
It's McVitie's hobnob with dark chocolate, you know.
Dave
It's
is
a
known for
solid
loving
biscuit. That's a,
Dave's known for loving a good
that's
knob
a
and
biscuit
hob.
for dipping. They're like Marines hobnobs. Yes, Meg got the reference.
I like that. He does like a good knob hobbing. You enjoying that? Yeah. Oh, he's coming.
Meg needs some science.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I don't want to eat.
Okay, well, okay, hang on.
Hang on.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hang on. Oh. No.
I'll wear your glasses, but they're so thick you can read my mind with them. Fucking hell, what are you trying to do? He's
The
trying
safety goggles have been transferred.
Apparently the glasses were... Why don't you clean them? I can't see.
No, not gonna lie.
It must be looks like we know where your glasses.
I can only see because I was looking slightly under them through my glasses.
Okay.
So Meg is now trying the science of biscuit and whiskey.
Yeah, it works.
There's a smile. He's yes.
Fuck me, the hobnob absorbed it all though. Oh,
That is the definition of a whiskey biscuit.
for I forgot the hobnob does that.
He may be having a climax
Oh,
or a crisis. I'm not quite sure which.
I don't know which one, how to feel about it. That was really right. So for this to make sense, hobnobs absorb literally every. If you used it to clean up mess on the floor, it would still come out rock. He's dipping in the whiskey. Oh my god! You're supposed to wait for a donation first.
This may be the first and only time someone's ever dipped a biscuit in whiskey. It hasn't. I can see it. I can actually visibly see it absorbing.
Right.
Hang on, wait. Let me take a photo there.
Not on your face. There we go. Got it.
And I'll wait like 10 seconds.
Okay. For this to make sense, the hobnob is literally absorbing.
We can visibly see the hobnob absorbing the whiskey.
It actually absorbed everything. That's ridiculous. We have 16 viewers. How do we get that? The thing is, it absorbed it, maintained its structure, and is still absorbing more whiskey. That is bonkers.
Oh, that is like the world's best biscuit.
That pisses me off.
I now have a £105 whiskey biscuit.
It pisses me off because it shouldn't be that good like that. No, it's my whiskey.
The whiskey is. I don't know what's better.
But it
I don't know if the
worked.
whiskey is an extension of the biscuit at this point. The biscuit is an extension of the whiskey.
I think it's the dark chocolate that adds to it. Because the biscuit is complementing the biscuit.
It's
the
a little bit of
chocolate's-
richness to
Yeah.
complement the sweetness.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't like to mix generally, but I might make an exception for a bit.
Dave will now mix his drinks, whiskey and biscuits. No
Yeah.
Coke, no Sprite, no any of these things.
Oh
No.
dear God! That's...
Give me a biscuit. I'll mix it with a biscuit.
Imagine going to the whiskey shop next week and we say, right, we've got an idea and you really need to try it. We pull out the hobnobs and say, Macallan Night on Earth. Any biscuity flavoured whiskey, dip it in.
I'm gonna have to take these home and try it in the cab bowl.
That's not
We can
bad.
do that next week.
We can do it next week. Yeah, but we're going to save it in because that's all torn now.
I feel like between myself and yourself, several Tupperwares were acquired. Not to mention the one I have to take back with me anyway. So
Okay,
I
well
can
that's
put
the
this
only
in
option. Okay, so what do you think of this whiskey on its own? Do you think it's
Right. Go on.
It's okay. I'll carry on. It's very accurate to what it says. It's beautifully presented. It's not overly expensive.
No.
It fit within. It was actually the cheapest of my January treats.
It was,
because
yes.
the Jack Daniel's is the most expensive.
Yeah.
By about £5.
Yeah, yours are all roughly the same, aren't they?
Yeah, one that was 100. The other two about 150.
Oh yes, yeah. The other two, but yeah.
Yeah, but it sort of fits in a very. Blown up this year, but yeah, it's
Promises.
It's not a promise. But yeah,
There will be pictures.
use
Don't worry.
hobnobs to make whiskey cake. Oh, cheesecake.
Hello.
Oh, how are you?
Oh, do send recipes.
It's when you see that and someone presents a whiskey cheesecake and your first response is you sit on the floor, you pull out a fork and go, hey, what are we going on here?
I now have crumbs in the whiskey, so it's going to be interesting now. I now have to eat the whiskey as well as drink
I feel
it.
like you didn't get the Friends reference there. I'm disappointed in you, Dave.
Well, no, because it didn't have beef sauteed with peas and onions.
No, I meant the cheesecake drops on the floor in the hallway.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, and Joey walks up with the fork and goes, hey, what's going on here then? Sits down and joins them. I'd do that.
The panic look of their faces, and then Joey's just like, fork.
The man's always ready to eat. To be fair, I always have a snack on me, so I get it. I like my food. That does work. That really does, and it's annoying because it's not an expensive whiskey, but
So the question is now,
it's not as easy to get hold of.
we are going to have to try. We are now actually going to have to try it with a shortbread biscuit
At some point,
at
yes.
some point. Because, yeah.
I'm not running back to the house to get one because
Having just proved that we can in fact defile a whiskey by dipping a biscuit into it, we should probably try it with the actual biscuit
are you
required,
saying,
which is
David,
shortbread.
you were willing to risk it for a biscuit?
I think I did risk it for a biscuit.
Are you willing to biscuit for a risket?
Sure.
How about whiskey-soaked Haribos? I don't eat jelly sweets, but
No, nor do I really.
No, jelly sweets. I'm too old. My body doesn't like them anymore. Every time
Although-
I've had a jelly sweet, my body's just gone. No,
What a way to confuse your youngest nephew. Could you imagine him on Whiskey Haribo?
I'd rather not. I don't want him to have a hangover. He's such a lovely little kid when he's not a turd. Anyway, let's not talk about family. Focus on the whiskey. The tasting notes are remarkably accurate. They really are. Are you finished? Oh, fair enough.
I'm maybe out.
I was taking meg sips, so I wasn't really
Mine was absorbed by a biscuit.
That's all right. I will YOLO swag fam then.
Ooh,
it's a fairly large
swagging
amount.
Apologies, I'll have some more if needed to keep up. But
You can
yes,
have another
half
glass,
of mine was
If you'd like
absorbed by a
another glass,
biscuit.
have another glass. You're welcome to have another glass.
Maybe we'll see how we do in the end. I will. That's definitely a contender for more if we are not.
I rate this
quenched
higher
after
than the photography one only because of the biscuity quality and the fact we now know it works with biscuit. Reminds me of that picture of Johnny Cash eating cake. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, you can look that shit up. It's good.
Take some rinsing.
Oh yes, please do. Don't forget the jigger as well.
Yeah, so I've got to rinse out the biscuit from this.
Well,
one.
I'm sure the hobnob will continue absorbing, so it might be a blend of 3 different whiskies by the time you're finished.
Yeah, it's very possible.
It doesn't give back the flavour until you bite into it. Until then, it's a sponge. It's a unlimited sponge, apparently. Bloody hell!
I was trying to get all of the biscuits.
Yeah, I got
in
you.
one
You're
hit.
trying to be creative. It's a very good whiskey, Might on Earth, and I'm really happy that we got it because last year I didn't. I mean, I went to the shop the day before Dave, and I went in there and I simply talked to them, and I was like, yeah, I want this. You know, what can I get? And this time, you know, a little bit of input from Dave, just not as much. But Dave has his own little, unattainable list. But he has a few things on there of interest. You never know. What are you doing? Oh, right. You're not asking for the bloody shortbread, are you?
No.
Okay. Anyway, so we'll be cleansing our palates in a moment, but then we're going to move on to something very different. And this one has a different kind of story because we don't have a bottle of it. It'd be this, which we have tasting notes, don't worry. We have more information for it, but we are very limited on it because this one, well, Dave owns a bottle from the series. It's just not the... Careful, Lindsay. I'm going to turn that round there so you don't have a risk. That's all right. You're a bit exuberant, that's all. Yeah, it's... Dave has the twin to this, the Intense Arabica. Yes?
No.
But you said that's what you had.
Yeah, that's what I have. But they have there are now 3 series of Harmony.
Oh, there are 3.
The first series was the cacao. So there was rich cacao and fine cacao.
You have one of those?
Rich cacao is the cheaper of the two. Fine cacao is like 600 or quid. They then did series 2, which was that was inspired by chocolate. Series 2 was inspired by coffee. So this is the Arabica series.
Oh, I thought it was one from each.
So
My
there's,
mistake.
okay. Intense Arabica and Smooth Arabica.
Yeah.
I have the Intense Arabica, and that I won in a whiskey shop ballot. I paid about £160 for it, and that is
So did
cheap.
I, to help you win it.
Yeah,
I got my money back.
but it sells for over 200 if you can find it places.
Would you like a cream egg?
No, I don't want to risk more. I don't know how about more science. Meg is attempting other science.
No, I'm just eating chocolate. Carry on. You talk, because I don't know anything about this.
So I have that one, and I would kind of like to have some of the sets. So I have Rich Cacao on my whiskey shop list for my January treat. Ish, because it won't be opened, because it will go in my collection.
Mm-hmm.
So hence,
a January treat doesn't have to be something that's opened. It is a treat.
it will be a treat, yeah.
Yeah. But obviously...
Until my parents know about it, and they'll be like, why have you bought more whiskey?
Well, you don't live with them, who cares?
It's going to be stored there.
My dad doesn't judge any of the whiskey I have.
But yeah, so I thought that could actually be a nice collection to have, the Harmony series, because Harmony sounds quite a nice, interesting
The
series.
bottle looks like a reagent bottle for a lab, or it's a sample bottle, that's why. We call it a dram.
This is a dram
Yeah.
from the good chaps at Master of Malt. I've had this for probably a year, maybe more.
Yeah. Did you get it in the set with the when you had the Morangi here?
Yes. I brought
a year and a half then.
That was my birthday whiskey tasting set. I compiled of random whiskies I wanted to
try. We had one from it. We didn't have that.
Yes. So yeah, I've held on to this for a while to try specifically for a stream of some form, and finally we have got to that point. But that could well be one of my main collections to have is the Harmony series Macallan.
No offense to, I'm not going to take a shot at his parents. I love them. I love their complaining. But you don't live with them. You're an adult. You are reasonable. You pay your bills on time. You live a fairly good life.
Yeah.
You have a decent job. You're well respected. So you have a collection of something that will go up in value that I will get when you die.
I think I'll just need to have something to say about that.
Don't get shit.
But yeah, so the irony being, of course, that Dad, the man that says you don't need any more whiskey, bought me whiskey for Christmas.
Also has a phenomenal amount of wine.
And also he has more. Actually, no, we worked out how many bottles of whiskey I have. He doesn't have more bottles of wine than I have bottles of whiskey, but it's still in the same ballpark.
Did they drink all the wine I gave them?
Yeah, eventually.
Good.
I have about 130 bottles of whiskey.
Is that all?
Dad,
that's far too many, Dave.
Dad is pushing triple digits
I can't
for
believe
wine.
you have that much. That's just irresponsible, mate.
Have you counted yours yet?
No.
He's only saying that because he hasn't counted his. Therefore, can claim to be superior by not having that many.
I'm just superior, mate.
As you can tell, Meg is very modest.
I am full of shit. Oh dear. Anyway, yes. So the third dram sample is a dram. It means we don't get a full glass. It's slightly stronger than the predecessor at 44%. It's a single malt. It's the Harmony Collection Rich Cacao, which is the, as you Dave pointed out, the which is the more cheaper one, isn't it?
So that is the cheaper of the two cacaos, yes.
But it doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. Just to be clear, it just means, as we know, the batch is bigger. The fine one's going to be a lot smaller.
Yeah, it's a smaller batch, and it's a different process with the blend or the mash.
Read what Brian wrote. Okay, I'll read it for you. My dad has seen a higher return on investment on his whiskey collection than RRSPs. That makes sense. I've got a couple bottles I bought when I hit 100k on YouTube. Bought one. Nika 12 cost me £110. Now sells for over 200. Dave has a bottle of a Japanese whiskey that's worth double what he paid it, and it's in the several hundreds now.
Yeah, I bought the Hibiki. Sorry, my phone's refusing to send a message. I bought Hibiki 12,
50 CL.
The 50 CL.
Yeah.
Because I'm not entirely mad to buy the 750.
Oh yeah.
I paid $350.
Yeah, about 700 now.
Yeah, 600 to 700 for the 50 CL.
My dad gave me a bottle off his neighbour of Pinwinnie, unknown whiskey. We think it's worth about £150. I have the entire 9-bottle collection of Game of Thrones, which is worth £1,500 at least.
Yeah, if not essentially double that, depending on who's looking at trying to sell it.
And I'm not looking to sell it right now, unless I see a really tasty guitar.
Which you probably will next week, so I know what you like with guitars.
Don't know what you're talking about.
But I mean, I don't even know. I can't remember how much I paid for my Yamazaki 12 whiskey of the year. That's worth a fair amount now.
They are, but they're a tricky one. Yamazaki's a strange one because they bring out their limited anniversary releases and they're gone. Yeah. The Hakushu's the one I really want to try.
The Hakushu went, 200. Yeah.
That's the one I want to try, the Hakushu 12.
Yeah.
Because that's the peated Japanese whiskey.
It is, yeah.
That's what I want to try.
I've got
that
Hakushu
would have been
Distillers.
That would have been a banger and a non-Ida peated stream.
Yeah. Welcome to Japan.
I was going to make a racist noise, then I thought I'm not going to make the ding ding sound.
No, there are. I've got a number. Meg's got a number of bottles that are worth more than we paid for them.
Yeah, I mean my collectible ones are on the middle shelf. I'm going to have a quick look. I'll tell you what I've got. I've got the King Charles Coronation bottle.
Yes, so I have that, and I also managed to get hold of the Queen Elizabeth Jubilee bottle.
Glenfiddich 12 here.
That's gone down in value, just for reference.
It's top. It's the old one. It's totally going to go.
See, it's not worth a cork. It's not worth a home investment.
That's where the name came from. For those who don't know, Not Worth a Cork as a name for a stream came from Glenfiddich 12.
Yes.
Dave shits on it, but the stream is literally named after that.
It was a quote that we made. I think you said it on the stream.
Yeah, I said
your dad made us a T-shirt, and away we went.
Which was 2 sizes too big for me, and about a size too big for Dave.
Yeah, mine is too big for me, and Meg's is so big, both of us fit in it.
Mine is a night dress. Nah, if my dad's watching,
yours is about as big as your hoodie you're wearing, but less useful.
That's a bit rude.
Well, that's warm and fluffy. The T-shirt's not.
My dad watches these. Are you sure you want that commemorated now? He's going to kick you in the teeth.
In terms of warmth, it's less useful because it's short sleeved and not fluffy.
My collection mostly is the 2 Nika 12s I've got. I won one last year, and the Game of Thrones.
Some of them may or may not have been licked by various people.
Doesn't matter. They're still worth money. We both know if anyone damaged the boxes, you would have to buy the new boxes. So as long as they're not damaged, I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
it means nothing to me beyond jokes. I have an unopened bottle of Singleton 21 as well. I've won that, and I won it from value as well. So there are some investments worth keeping. This sample is not one of them. So crack that bad boy open, David. It's not worth the cork.
that was literally it. It is a screw top. I can't jiggle this, can I? And this is going to
You're going to have to do it by eye.
This is going to be a Dave pour in a glass that doesn't have.
Oh, and to whoever sent a donation over coffee, thank you very much. We really appreciate it.
To be fair, yes, it is useful for cuddling. Yes,
I mean, the extra donation really helps, and Dave is eternally grateful for it. So Dave knows he'll see the amount, so he knows how much he's because it'll be in half.
Yeah, Dave has no idea at this point.
It'll be that in half. So
yeah, we can make that work.
It's a little bit extra.
That might pay for the parking. That's fine. We need to pay for the parking.
How ungrateful!
We've got to pay for the parking. Norwich is expensive to park in. So
to be fair, my train is until like 5 in the evening. Not even joking. My train's not till 5.
No.
Or kicking the balls.
That's fine. Well, we'll go and go back to my flat and
one
take
shirt for the two of you to cuddle in together. Maybe. But I'd rather not. I'm not really a cuddle person, oddly enough. I am the worst person. Anyone that knows me for a few things. One, I have no interpersonal skills. I am a dickhead, and I really don't like cuddling people. To the point, he's cuddled me in the past, and I kept my arms out. I've kept my arms like I'm a criminal surrendering myself, like, right. Well, this is awkward.
That was when... Well, I've actually hugged you twice.
That was the birthday whiskeys you got.
Yeah,
when you
birthday
hugged
whiskey.
Me,
yeah,
you're like, I'm going to hug you now. I'm like...
The one you accepted was when I came down when your mum passed away.
I was a mess.
Yeah.
I was different. That doesn't really count.
But yes.
You can't hold that against me.
But yes, no, Meg is you get one in your lifetime sort of person when it comes to touching.
You'll be lucky if you get one, to be honest. I really don't do contact.
So, yes, I have opened it. It is in the glass. We will sample once he's just done another top up on the heating system. We have some candles that are refusing to play ball and be, candles.
I didn't want to light it with this because this thing's malfunctioning.
So when you think of a candle, what you think of is something that lights, has a flame, gives a bit of warmth, and possibly a smell. What we have at the moment is a piece of wax with a stick coming out of it doing sod all.
Yeah, it was this thing.
Okay, that's fine.
Right, sorry for that, guys. It was just one tea light. I put a little 2-hour one in because I don't want to put an 8-hour one on.
No, I don't really need an 8-hour one now.
Not now, although those will probably need to be blown up when we finish.
That's fine.
Anyway, yes. Cat cuddle. Maybe. I don't mind the cats, though. Right, so I'll pull up the tasting notes. It says here, colour, toasted cacao beans. We don't have any cacao beans, but that is very dark.
Yeah, it was darker when it was in the sample bottle than that.
Well, I'm holding it here like this, and it does look dark.
Yeah.
I would compare it to like my Night on Earth. I reckon the Night on Earth is lighter.
I would probably say more treacle than
yeah,
cocoa.
It's definitely got a treacle colour.
It definitely looks darker in the picture.
Well, that's because you're lighting. Also, I had to zoom that in because you did vertical, didn't you?
True, yeah.
Dave may have accidentally done this photo wrong, but
yeah, Dave was having problems with the tripod. Basically, Meg has a ring light with a tripod in it, which is brilliant for doing photos, except for the fact that I was doing the photos, and to clamp my phone in the tripod, I had to position it in such a way that basically the tripod clamped the power button.
Just the thing, I have my power button is right here, and the camera's I have to clamp it at the end here. Obviously, I've got a new phone now, and it Pixel 8, and it's smaller, so my clamp will be fine.
Yeah,
but it's the same position on the button.
If I clamped it further down, all I got in the photo was the ring light.
Yeah, you've got a phone too big. You need to upgrade your phone anyway.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the OnePlus 12 to be announced next week.
Is it going to be so sweet?
Well, we hope so.
On the nose, it says here, chocolate fondant, honey oak, zesty lime and ginger. I can't say. Hang on. Oak. Bit of spice, a little bit of ginger.
That's
Chocolate fondant. This was appropriate then because I had some chocolate with fondant in a minute ago.
You did. Actually, the cream egg might be a good shout with it.
Should I go and get one and dip it in now? I've got some more.
Start melting it. Add some chocolate.
It needs some heat though because they're bloody hard, those
True.
things.
Well, we've got enough candles. Stick it in the top here for a minute.
Oh, yeah,
We've got a bowl cream egg sized.
Hey, if I put it in that one, it'd be a dipping thing.
Chocolate fountain, anyone?
Yeah. No, it's a chocolate fondant.
Oh yeah, fondue.
Yeah, fondant bowl.
Have we got the
thing.
cheese sticks to dip in?
No, but I've got some incense sticks. They count.
Breadstick, that'll work as well.
I don't have any breadsticks.
Why?
Why
You're the
would
sort of
I
person I would think would have breadsticks.
I don't eat much bread though. Not all equals are equalised equally. Very true. That's what you did there.
There's a little bit of chocolate on it, but
It's very nice. But the
would
smell,
say honey or lime.
the smell is not as true to its notes as that of
The harmony.
Not enough.
Sorry.
Yeah, and possibly the first one. But the first one was like the baseline because we don't have a 12.
No.
We had considered buying a Macallan 12 solely for the stream. Then I saw it said £78 and thought, no, I'd rather buy a bottle of Tokinoka.
Yeah.
So I did. Because it was
Confirm,
cheaper.
It's over there.
Yeah, we'll do a Japanese stream in the future, by the way, guys. Because we have some. We have some.
Yeah,
We have some. Ones that are open that you can drink.
3 open?
I have an Akashi, a Tokinoka, a Taguchi, a Nika from the barrel, and a Nika 12.
Yeah, I've got Nuka Barrel, Yamazaki Distillers, and
Is it
Hakushi
open?
Distillers. Yes.
Are they both open?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, then we have 2 extras.
Yeah, the
Because my
Hakushi
Nika's
Distillers
got
was from
pour on it.
Sainsbury's as well, ironically.
My Nika, they really do it from time to time, don't
Yeah.
they? Okay. Right, should we have a little sample of this?
Let us go. Yes.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. Don't swag fam it straight off.
I forgot. Oh, it's a lot richer. It's very rich. Very intense.
Okay, that makes me think of one of those really rich chocolate torts. Like pastry and chocolate.
Yeah, the pudding.
Yeah, like that kind of thick.
Really
pastry.
thick. Yeah.
Pastry and then just
I
chocolate.
remember when I was a kid, I was a teenager, I stole it. My mum and stepdad had bought some puddings and they were in the freezer. I stole one with my cousin. Because we couldn't defrost it, we were eating it as a biscuit.
That's still good. That's giving me that richness. You know, if
It
you eat a
builds,
really
it
rich
builds.
chocolate
Yeah.
mousse or something,
Yeah, it's a
chocolate
build.
dessert, and you get that point where you
Yeah.
think, oh, this is too rich.
Elena, yes, a Japanese whiskey stream. I will confirm over here from my cabinet, the guaranteed whiskies featuring will be Akashi, Tokinoka White Oak, Taguchi Japanese blended whiskey, Nika 12, Nika from the barrel, and then 2 of Dave. So we will get absolutely pissed.
Yeah, that will be a 2-day recovery stream.
There will not be a Discord follow-up, unless it's the sound of us throwing up.
Or us getting up in the morning going,
I think it was 6:30 as well. It'll be the one time where you've gone to bed and you will hear me stomp down the stairs because of my hangover. You just hear.
It'll be you that takes the gate out instead of me.
I just realised people are going to hear that. It's going to be really... Sorry for the stomping. I was trying to demonstrate it and realise at our second that it might be a bit loud. Yes, but there are a few whiskies. I've had the Akashi. Dave's had the Akashi. We've had Nika 12. We've had Nika from the barrel. We did it in a car strength stream. It's lovely. I've never had Hakushu or Yamazaki, and I've never had the Tokinoka or the Taguchi.
If I could afford to replace it, I could open the Hibiki 17 sample, but I can't afford to replace it. Because A, it came from Japan, and B, it's like 400 quid on its own.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
For a 5CL.
It's a bit much. They've got some other ones in there.
But it's a proper Hibiki bottle.
The whiskey shop had. So I was looking on when I was thinking of a list for potential ones. The Miyajiko, Yochi,
Miyajiko or the Mikiyajio? There's like 2 that
Miya.
Yeah, Miyajiko.
Yeah, that one. And there was a
Yoichi.
Yeah.
There's Mars as well. There's
Cheetah.
Cheetah.
The ones in the whiskey shop in Norwich were those 2.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm tempted because a whiskey stream in Japan. But then I'm like, there's a shitload.
Yes.
I wanted to go with 50cl bottles. They do 50cl bottles on purpose. And yes, thick. Does it pour? Thick. No, but thankfully, we didn't have to think about that. It says on the finish, long with rich chocolate. And that is a very accurate finish.
Read the palette.
Oh, sorry.
I don't think we read the
Dark
palette.
chocolate, honey, dates, vanilla, and cinnamon.
Okay, well, I'll take chocolate tort as that. Yeah.
Yeah, that actually is quite accurate, isn't it?
You normally have a little dusting of something like a cinnamon or nutmeg on the top.
You do,
vanilla in
yeah.
it to-
When I was
vanilla to just
so I mentioned
break the edge of the richness.
when my cousin had stayed over for a night. It was my birthday, and they got him over because his mum had moved away, and he and I were like brothers. And he and I were hungry, so I stole this torch from the freezer. My mum and stepdad never knew. He and I literally broke it in half and ate it overnight.
Yeah.
We sat up under my bed just doing that. The bed was built on top of a ramp. It was a shitty pine bed on bricks.
Yeah.
We just sat underneath it laughing, playing with toy cars at the age of 16. We're just being dickheads.
Yeah.
Being quiet, but dickheads. Eating a tort that was frozen and defrosting in our hands. But what do we do with our hands? Oh, no. Eating our fingers. Right, what do we do now? I got like a quid. Should we sneak out the house and go to the co-op? Yes. Runs to the co-op, gets some cake, comes back with like a
A
quid.
couple of Freddos and
Yeah.
a couple of Freddos,
Freddos
and
were
a little
10p back
bottle of what Panda Pop.
Oh, they were 10p back then. We got got a few chocolates, got a little box of reduced apple pies. We just sat under bed eating them, having an absolute blast. It's Dave about to do with that of all things. He's showing me how good his tongue action is. And Dave's
that's actually pretty. That is not too far off that, to be honest. Just the chocolate.
Dave's tongue action is quite sublime. I will admit.
I haven't had the biscuit part.
I'm starting to understand why he's had a few girlfriends in his time.
Stop freaking video.
No, I was checking my emails.
But actually, yeah, the chocolate element of that and the chocolate element of the whiskey is very similar.
Oh, man, it is. That's good. It's really good whiskey, though, to be fair, isn't it? That's right. The power bank will last forever. I charged it earlier.
I'm up to 78%.
Oh, you're fine then. Anyway,
Michael has literally written that in Japanese, I think.
is that thick?
I now have to eat the
Well,
biscuit.
no. Look at the last bit. THICKK. Extra thick. It's not.
Yeah.
It literally says extra thick.
It does.
You absolute turd, Michael.
no oral on stream.
Hey, Orla. One letter switched around and your name becomes oral serif. One letter switched and you're oral serif. Just saying.
How much more Leona will like you at that point?
Well, she felt Orla does torment the crap out of her by donating 250 bits and then having me say the M word.
Yes, this is true.
Anyway,
That works.
what do you think of this? Like, ignoring the biscuit part, let's do a little comparison thing, just to try and talk about that.
Yeah.
How do you think this compares to that of your photography and my night on Earth?
I don't think it does.
I don't think it's
In a
that far.
way.
I can agree because it's completely different.
But it's more comparable to the Night on Earth than the gold, because the gold is more of a standard whiskey finish, if that makes sense.
Yeah, sherry cask.
Night on
It's
Earth.
a different type.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Night on Earth is specifically designed to be something. This is specifically designed to be something. The problem is those two things are very different.
Tongue emojis. Dave's tongue action. Also, just
Someone tell Leona that yes, she does. But no, I think
I'm aware. Oh, I'm sure you are. Oh.
if
It
you
was
wanted to,
definitely that.
if you wanted to compare this to one of the previous two, it would have to be the Night on Earth, purely because that's been made to be something, which is obviously that biscuity.
Also, accuracy to tasting
Yeah.
note. Because this is rich cacao. Dave is confirmed with a very rather unique oral technique. Where, yes, one side of that biscuit, one part of that biscuit looks incredibly moist.
Yes,
It's
it's been
very-
moistened.
It's very comparable because it's dark chocolate. It
Yeah.
says so in the flavour. Dark chocolate on the palate. I'm going to move away from that because my hood is rammed up on top of that.
But
this is out. I'm not going to relight this one.
It is very similar to the taste of the chocolate on the biscuit. It's, but yeah, accuracy wise, I think the Night on Earth and the rich cacao both score very highly.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Well, actually, no, to be fair, accuracy wise, they all score pretty highly.
Yeah, they do. They do. I think where we're scoring it differently is because there is a quality. I think this does supersede the first one, but I
Yeah.
don't think it's as far
No.
apart as people would think. It sits removed because they're very different styles.
Yeah. I think the Night on Earth does sit above.
I agree, but not because
This
it's
is-
mine.
This is,
I
this
genuinely
is
just
double.
think
This is double the price if I buy this.
like this
bottle,
isn't even
but-
this isn't a sherry cask finish.
No.
It's not. I don't know how they've done this. It's just sublime. It really is, and I like it. People make that mistake because spell check all the time. That's why I get instead of a Megon, I get Oregon. A friend of mine, Undoomed, did it, and I pointed out to him, well, if I type your name into my phone, I get undimmed. You sure you want to go down this path? Hey, Oregon, how you doing? I'm good, undimmed. I'd say video or a lie, but I'm scared that you don't want a video of him with his tongue because I watched him. It genuinely looked like he was giving that one. I won't get monetized if I say what he was doing. I want this stream monetized.
Depends how much you pay us, Leona. Videos are behind a paywall. You do have to donate for that content.
There was only a tiny dribble Dave Megxit left. When I shot it, I noticed it left it had a nice cinnamony sort of gingery on the back burn, like it just right at the back of the tongue, a little bit of ginger there. Really nice, really nice. Yeah, it's interesting. I like it. The finish is fairly long though because I feel it building.
Yeah, it's the richness, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is genuinely like that feeling you get when you're eating a chocolate mousse, chocolate cake, something where you're not full. It's not that you can't eat anymore, but you can't eat anymore because the richness, it makes your body do weird, like sort of tightens up. It's like, no, I can't handle any more of this.
I haven't felt that way in years, and I ate a cream egg before I had that. And I've got 4 more and I can eat them all. I really could. No, that is delicious. Absolutely sublime whiskey.
Yeah, no exception to that rule with the whiskey tiffin.
Doesn't count. I also ate 4 of those, remember? What?
Imagine that in whiskey tiffin.
Are you willing to pay for one of these just to do that?
That, yes. The bottle, no.
I was about to say. Thing is, I would buy that bottle to drink it. I wouldn't want to collect it because I know what it is. But thankfully, I don't want a Macallan collection. Spoken with no level of irony. Because technically, you and I both have one. Not intentionally, though. Both of us have... I have what's next as well. A long finish. Oh. Press 1 in the chat if you like a nice long finish. Ooh. But yes, it's a good long finish on the whiskey, and I think it's delicious. It's definitely a good Scotch, and I'm quite impressed with it. Yeah, because I don't know anything about this one. I knew the harmony because at the end of January, we saw the ballot, and I entered it as well. Yeah. And I explicitly said to you, look, I've entered as well, just in case you don't win. There's a chance I might, and then I'll sell it to you. Yeah. Because that's what I said. I did it because I had the money.
He entered so that we had 2 entries for me, basically.
Thankfully, Dave won and I didn't. Because otherwise, if I'd won as well...
That would have been awkward. But you could have turned down the prize.
No, I would have bought it and told you owed me 160 quid as well.
But I have one.
Yeah, now you have 2. And you owe me 100, and you go, okay, I guess we're even now. Then I'll be like, all right, cool then. Elena likes it. Michael likes a nice long... MJ does not like a nice long finish.
What if we told you the finish was moist?
What if we told you on the whelm scale it was very overwhelming? Anyway, shall we agua up a little?
We shall agua.
Because the next one is... I'll move this for a second. Because the next one is mine again, but this one's different. This has not been opened. This is completely new. And I'm really looking forward to this. I know nothing about it. Dave suggested it.
Other than the name.
Yeah. Well, I recognise the packaging, and then I remember seeing pictures of the packaging opening differently, and I was like, this packaging opens exactly the same way as previously. I'm very confused.
For reference, please do not believe everything you see on the internet.
Yes. Thank you, Google. I need Leona to hold me. I mean, she'll hold honestly, she'll give you a nice long finish. She can't hear that. I'll move it here, because that way we can have the thing here, can't we? Yes, so the last one we're going to do today, at the hour and 45-minute mark, because we like to dawdle, is the Macallan Highland Single Malt... Hang on, what's the other one?
Highland, yeah.
Yeah, Macallan's also listed as a Speyside. But don't forget, all Speysides are Highlands. Not all Highlands are Speysides.
That definitely says Highland.
Yeah, but if you look them up, they say Speyside as well. Right, so anyway, Highland Single Malt Scotch Whisky, A Night on Earth, The Journey, in collaboration with Nini Sum. Sorry, Nini Sum. That sounds weird. On the front, it says Toasted Oak, coconut and vanilla. So this is completely different. Dave does not like coconut.
No, although I did survive the coconut coffee your nieces made me have the other morning.
To be fair, there are a few times you've liked it. This has some writing on the back, and Dave is going to read it to you. And on the inside as well.
Story time, folks.
On the inside, both sides.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not even joking. Oh my god, the
I'll have
artwork
to
on this.
move the biscuits.
The artwork on this is sublime. Also, you nudged it again.
Sorry.
It's all right. You can't. It's all right. You
get
can't.
light on it. So, there is one special night of the year when. Hang on, wait. What? I hear a sense of deja vu here.
Yeah.
There's one special night of the year when family and friends gather to make memories and plan for the future. The Macallan, A Night on Earth, is a limited edition single malt whisky created to represent that journey to reunite with our loved ones and those unique moments around the world when we come together. For this release, artist Nini Sum has captured the feeling of coming home to celebrate the new year, a time that you can leave behind the bustling rhythm of life and replace it with a sense of calm, hope and warmth. Okay, interesting. Calm, New Year.
You should look inside. There's writing on both sides.
So, the New Year is celebrated by millions of people across the world in different cultures. The fondest memories Nini has of the New Year are the loud, bright fireworks against the night sky and the lanterns her neighbours used as a welcome sign that brought her street to life.
Yes, no pina coladas for Dave.
No. Nini remembers the steam from hot food, bringing everything slightly out of focus as the familiar chatter of old conversations filled the room. The talking only stopped when the fireworks became too loud. Then everyone rushed outside, holding hands and smiling once again. That's just the outside of the box.
Yeah, this is the first box, just to be clear.
Oh, geez, yes, there is. Okay.
This might be a repeat. Oh, that's
not a repeat.
That's a quote from Nini Sun,
Yes.
visual artist. Okay.
We also have.
Hang on, does the Night on Earth, the previous one, have that in there?
left-hand side. Did it have right-hand side?
I don't know. We didn't know to take it out.
Is this going to be like left sharp, right sharp?
Well, let's
That's
find
a
out.
thing.
Tip it out and pass it over. Yeah. No?
It did.
They did. Fuck it. No, I'll read the other one. Right, hang on. Just for a thing here, there is a quote in both boxes from each visual artist.
This is behind the inner box.
Yeah. So Dave will get to the first one. I'll read the Erica Dawn one afterwards.
Okay.
Because I think we should get to that as well.
So
Oh, we might have
I'll
another
read the
glass.
left. I'll read the left side first,
Yes,
and then the
please
right
do.
side. So left-hand side, A Night on Earth captures Nini Sum's sweetest New Year memories. The effervescent.
Oh, does it FFS?
It effervesces.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
going to be interesting.
The effervescent burst of fireworks. The aroma reminiscent of toasted oak emanating from the carts of the rice popcorn vendors on the brightly decorated streets of her town. The milk candy in her pocket and the sweet smell of steamed rice pudding called her home. There is also a nuttiness to the whisky, an echo of the sunflower seeds Nini's family shared as they laughed and talked about their wishes for the new year. And this is from Nini Sum, who is the visual artist for this box.
Mm-hmm.
New beginnings. There are some things in the world that cross cultures and meanings. They are universal and bring us together. Sharing, belonging, wishing, which I nearly misread as
That's
whisky.
not from her. It's the same here. It's the next bit down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, is that okay? All right, we'll ignore the next bit then. So this is the actual quote. My apologies. That's very similar. The steam coming off hot food during the New Year dinner is one of the most vivid home feelings I remember. I wanted to recreate that atmosphere, those precious moments of gathering and reunion under a bright moon, bringing us all together. During this time of the year, people who work in big cities go through the world's largest annual human migration to go back to their hometowns for a moment of reunion with their families and friends. When the fire is lit inside the paper lanterns hung from the roof, you know there is someone there waiting for you to come home so they can welcome you with a hot meal and a hug.
Cringe. Just to address Michael, there's someone nutting in the whiskey. Yes, everyone nutting in whiskey. So this one says the same quotes at the start from Erica Dawn, the Night on Earth product in Scotland. And it says, fire plays a significant role in New Year celebrations around the world. Around its warmth, we gather our families, friends, and loved ones to share past memories and future hopes. Through these purifying qualities, we release the past to clear the way for the year ahead. In its dancing light, we find solace from cold winter nights as we have done since the dawn of time. Though the specific rituals may differ from the culture to culture, fire is universal in its ability to unite us and bring us home. I'll be honest, fire unites in a very different way if you burn down your home. It has another paragraph talking about the presentation box. So here you go, Dave. Let me put this all back. Turn around so you can put it in. It's like putting a casket away.
Yeah.
It's expanded a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Here you go.
Just need the right angle.
Anyway, yes.
Small
So
pivot.
the Night on Earth, the journey, it's very city skyline in design. This new one, the journey is anyway, whereas the previous one was not. This one does not have a written note on the pull-out tab.
But on the plus side, the pull-out tab is not broken.
Oh,
The bottle looks very similar to the previous Night on Earth.
shocker!
If in fact
So-
the same.
Will you take that for a second?
I shall.
This one intrigues me because the bottle toppers on these always look very carbon fibre, don't they? Right, well, you are the barman, so you may crack open my official birthday whiskey. This slot's inside.
I don't remember that being on the other one.
It is on there. You may crack open my official birthday whiskey of 2024, my friend. And yes, fire! You just twist it, mate. No? Do you want me to do it? Yeah.
We're being foiled here.
By foil.
Quite literally.
Do you want me to do it?
No, I need to bring my knife with me.
No, it's not that. It's just this. Just to scratch it off. That's all it is. See?
Do bear with us while we attempt to get into the bottle.
Hey, this is like the freaking the moonshine last night.
Yeah. How many bits of plastic were on that to get into?
Got it. No, I haven't. I thought I had it. I felt that I could feel it go. Look, see, my thumb's under it. That is awkward. I don't want to do the one thing might have to do.
I'm taking cover.
Done. No, I thought I might have to use my teeth. I didn't want to do it. Right, sorry, the cork is popped. Here we go.
Oh!
That one's for free.
Top marks for cork pop for the evening go to
That's-
the only full bottle here.
Well, it won't be much longer. Jolly, just splendid. Pour a glass.
And so begins.
Oh. Technical difficulties got a one. Yes, well, my hand was clamped on that as tight as it could, and it still wouldn't bloody well budge. I've not got the best grip in the world. I've got very good, safe hands. Just grip isn't my... Because if I grip things too tight, I break it. So I had to loosen my natural grip strength. Oh.
Bonus cork action there.
Right, so on the tasting notes, the nose says toasty oak with citrus, vanilla, oat biscuits, and creamy coconut.
So we've still got some biscuit then.
Yeah. Ooh.
Okay, so it smells similar to the first Night on Earth.
I can smell the coconut. I can smell that because it's sort of like...
Yeah, I can smell it as well. It's similar. It's still biscuity, but it does smell.
Well, it smells like a coconut biscuit.
I'm thinking almost like a Bounty bar, but
I'm thinking like the marshmallow ones. You know, it's like a snow globe ball thing. There's a biscuit at the bottom.
oh, the coconut ball things.
Yeah. Without the marshmallow in this. It's just...
That we know of. Unless it's
No,
really
there isn't- no,
sticky
no.
and gooey.
If anyone's had it, you'll know what I'm talking about. London cheesecake.
Yeah, I can get the coconut. Yeah.
London cheesecake. Covered in coconut and icing and a biscuit thing with a bit of jam in the middle.
I mean, there's one type of cream pie.
Oh. No, that's a really nice... The annoying thing about this is Dave suggested this one to me and I was like, a birthday whiskey, it's a bit leery. And my next problem was, where the fuck am I going to store it? Let me just check my cabinet for a second.
I mean, I'm seeing a large number of mugs that are there
Yes,
that don't
they do.
necessarily need to be there.
Oh, wait.
It
no,
does
we're fine,
fit. See,
we're fine.
all of your mockery
I'm
in
going to
it.
throw this at your head in a minute. it.
It fits on the shelf.
It'll fit better without the bloody box.
I had no idea it'd fit on the shelf.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Disclaimer.
Meg's grip is too tight. Yes, I will happily demonstrate it on each and every one of you if you ever come near me. I will Vulcan nerve pinch everyone. I see a drop in there. Don't waste drops.
Ooh.
Oh,
He's dribbling into my glass.
Yes, I am. Shall we have a taste, my friend?
I feel like we should.
By the way, the tasting notes, they are very different.
Okay. Mine's nice biscuit in.
Actually, ooh, that's very citrusy. And there is definitely more coconut. I'm right. I'm thinking London cheesecake, and I've just been proven right by the tasting
Is
notes.
this a rum cask?
I don't know, but it says here lemon and lime freshness mixed with toasted coconut and vanilla sponge.
Yeah.
A London cheesecake has a vanilla sponge with jam in the middle,
Yeah.
biscuit around the edge, and coconut icing on top.
Yeah. It's very tropical.
It is. I don't know. It must be. It has to be rum cask.
It does feel, you can kind of imagine yourself on a desert island, not desert island, but like a tropical island, Bahamas beach or something.
It has to be a rum cask. It has
Someone
to be.
serving you a cocktail and a coconut.
It's got to be. It's got to be a rum cask. But what's the first one then? Because that's not. I think it might be a mildly toasted cask.
Could be. What's the cat bowl? Can't remember. No, my one, the biscuit one. No.
'Cause that's not a cask. That's the barley.
Yes, that is a barley. So unless they've done the same thing on the first one with a specific barley.
Maybe. I mean, it's made in the same region, Highland. So it could be that.
that is.
Oh, that's good. Might have to have another one of that.
I feel like Meg seems to be happy with his birthday whiskey.
To be fair, I was a bit annoyed when I was given a bottle of Loch Lomond Classic, because by definition that is the birthday whiskey. But at the same time, that's also quite nice. So I don't mind that being the one on my list, and this one being the honorary.
So for those who were not there for the birthday stream, Meg had made a couple of references previously to a Loch Lomond 30 as a madness purchase.
It would be mad. It's 650 quid. I can't afford that.
But repeatedly said...
Fucking hell. Oh... That is the most gaunt, like, what the fuck did you just say? Your eyes in your face.
I'm reassured by the fact that I'd still own the most expensive bottle, but it'd be like bloody close.
It would be at that point, but it wouldn't be when I open it.
But his statement was, but I've never had a Loch Lomond, so it would be a risk.
Well, it is a risk, isn't it? I can't. It'd be like buying a Redbreast 21.
Yeah.
I've never had Redbreast. We do like breast here.
Yeah.
I've never had a Redbreast, so...
Hello, Lulu, if you're here.
But it's just, I can't risk it for a biscuit. A biscuit for a biscuit.
I think we've risked it enough for a biscuit tonight.
We've done our part.
Yeah.
We may as well take that light out, by the way, over there.
The biscuit risk has been...
Yeah, it's something I don't want to risk, because it's a lot of money to spend. And I don't mind spending money on some things, but I'd rather try the others, the earlier entries first. And to be honest... Loch Lomond Classic or Original is fantastic. We had a few glasses of it. I don't know where it is.
In the cupboard left-hand side, third shelf, I think. Centre left.
Is it a centre left whiskey, is it?
Yes, it's slightly labour leaning.
I mean, we've had a few glasses of it.
It's about a third gone, maybe.
Yeah. It's really nice. I think it's very standard, beautiful, easy to drink. And I don't take issue with it. So obviously, if ever an opportunity arose to buy a higher end one, it would be the biggest kick in the teeth because you're missing all the others in the middle. And if you buy a 30-year-old whiskey, having never had any of its predecessors, then you're skipping the journey. It's like reading a book and going straight to the end, or playing a video game with the cheat codes.
I see we've nicely come full circle with reference to the journey.
That's the point, yeah, because it is that, isn't it? It's a good idea. This is a rum cask. It has to be.
Yeah, because there's no information about the cask
it says toasted oak. That does make me think it might be a charred rum cask.
Maybe. Let's see if there's anything on the bottle.
No, there's nothing there.
No. Hang on. Oh, there is. No, there is.
What does it say?
A unique expression created using a perfectly balanced combination of exceptional first fill American ex-bourbon barrels along with European and American sherry seasoned oak casks. So it's a sherry cask.
That can't be. That can't be sherry.
How the hell have they done that from a sherry cask?
I I've never associated coconut with sherry cask. I really wouldn't. I'd more chance of me associating it with the tequila cask. Do it for the stream. High risk, high reward. Are you referring to the biscuit thing?
Maybe this comes back to this whole...
Or are you referring to the 30-year-old Loch Lomond?
Maybe this comes back to the whole, the stills, the finest cut, the peerless spirit thing. Maybe this is why you pay more for a Macallan. Because they've done witchcraft.
Yeah, but they've done witchcraft and they create so much waste at the same time.
True. But
So it's
somehow
such-
they've got a rum cask finish out of a sherry cask.
Very true. I'm impressed. But yeah, I'm not going to buy the 30-year-old Loch Lomond, just to be clear. I was just looking at it and I'm like, you've got my attention, it's hilarious. Do it for the meme.
However, what I haven't told Meg is that my bonus is not, in fact, what I said it was, and I am going to buy the Loch Lomond.
I don't believe that. Right?
No.
If that were true, honestly, I'd be so happy for you. I really would. But he wouldn't open it, so what would the bloody point be?
Yeah.
There's no point in him buying something like that because it wouldn't get
No.
opened. Oh, just because I remember telling you earlier and I'll forget otherwise. Earlier I mentioned to him I found a whiskey from the whiskey shop in the Norwich store. That's 64.2% ABV, which is 128.4 proof. Do you know what it is?
Across the pond. No.
It costs £130, sorry.
No, I don't.
Old Pulteney, 2010.
Interesting.
Single cask.
You do like a Pulteney.
I do, but I want to eat the 18 first.
Yeah.
I don't want to skip the journey. So if I have enough left after, I might get it.
Yes.
But otherwise, no. I don't want... I want to find that perfect trilogy.
Yes. Meg has a vision.
I do.
He has a dream, so to speak.
I have a dream one day where all men and women can sit down in equal to enjoy a glass of scotch and not be judged by the colour of their whiskey, the hue of their bourbon, their malt, their grain, and simply be free amongst all. I butchered that. I legitimately don't give a shit.
That's fine, we can't get done for plagiarism.
Copyright claim, yeah. Nice. But yeah, I want to find the perfect trilogy of whiskey from a distillery. Now, I mean perfect trilogy standard. What I mean is Glenmorangie 10, 12, 14. Glenlivet 12, 15, 18. Fiddick 12, 15, 18.
Which means the £7,500 Glen Turret trilogy that I found him is out of the running.
Nor the limited edition Coronation set Lafroig's. But what I mean is, a standard trilogy is 12, 15, 18. So it'd be those, except for Glenmorangie.
Yes.
But we're not going to be too pedantic. Johnny Walker's the same, 12, 15, 18.
Yeah.
Black, green, and, well, the 18. Not the current 18.
No, black, green, and our choice of 18, which will be the centenary blend.
Yes. But that's what I'd like to do at some point and work it out. But it could be a stream it could be a short video series, it could be a stream series. That's not an age statement.
No, I don't looking at that, but it's not.
The double black has no age.
is not.
No. But yeah, I want to do that. And I think I've got Singleton. I will have Old Pulteney. Dave's got Glenlivet.
They have Livet and Morangi.
I have Fiddick.
No, they have Jura.
I have Fiddick. I have two Bushmills that are standard, the 10 and the 16. My dad has the 21, but I'm not buying a bottle of that.
Lagavulins. I have 8 and 16.
No, it's not a trilogy.
Not yet.
I'm not.
Is there anything more?
I'm not going to buy the Bushmills 21 because my dad has it.
Yeah.
So I would, but I won't out of respect for him. I
If
do
I can
have.
get a Bowmore 15, I have the 12 and I have an 18
I have a
sample.
Far Class 15. I have Far Class Fudge as well. Highland Park 12 and 15. We have those, but I have a very unique 15.
Yes, your 15 is a bit different.
But yeah, no, there are some options available. We want to explore it.
Well, I have the 17.
You will not be judged by the colour of your whiskey, but the level of your drunkenness. So I have G-dubs. You win the internet today. Congratulations. Have a victory sip of nothing. But you will be licked by Dave later and claimed as ownership. Congratulations.
Yes, I claim you in the name of France. That's what Chandler does.
Does that mean his skull's going to get put into like the tomb?
Possibly.
Oh, that's all right then. This is sublime. A beautiful entry. And I'm really happy because that means we've had 4 banging whiskies today. We should undo it now with a glass of Glenlivet. Fiddick, sorry. Glenfiddich. You realise if we do a perfect trilogy, Fiddick has to feature anyway in the future? It has to regardless because Fiddick's a name. I tried to get creative with St Andrews on Instagram. How many likes I got? That's it. I was like, I set the whole booth up for that.
You did, yeah. I don't know. I don't understand the internet. I put 5 minutes into doing a photo, post it, and get like 28 likes. Meg spends like 4 hours polishing stuff.
Yeah.
Like setting it up, getting a perfect reflection, everything shining, and gets like 12.
Neighbour turns up with a black barrel bottle. How cool is that? That's a neighbour. Right, anyway, yeah. Today's post is actually Macallan, and I have 5 likes so far, but I haven't promoted it really.
So for those of you, Leona has put a link in the chat.
Although one of the likes is Dave.
Yeah, true. You haven't even liked it yet.
No, because I don't want to inflate my numbers yet.
What Leona has put a link in the chat somewhere for our whiskey Instagram. Please do check us out over there on Not Worth a Cork on
So
Instagram.
Macallans are good but pricey. So yes and no. The Night on Earth, the first one was 105. This one wasn't much more expensive actually. It was about 109.
Yeah, 109,
The
100.
photography one back when he got it was 45.
40,
Yeah.
42.
And the rich cacao is
Well,
obscenely
the
expensive.
Rich Cacao, when it launched, they've all launched 160,
Yeah, but they've blown up.
but they've all blown up instantly
Yeah.
to be higher. Other than the newest ones, the Ambers, they're only about 180. They haven't gone up
I
very
say
much.
only, that is still a lot. But what he means is by comparison to what a Macallan typically sells for in this instance, that is a part of a series, a limited batch. So yes, it's not actually that expensive in the context of how they make it.
Yeah.
And the Night on Earth series isn't that expensive, so I would highly recommend it based on flavour. It is really nice.
It's very specific flavours. This is the
Yes,
thing.
but the thing about that is, have you noticed? Whereas we have struggled a lot in the past to identify flavours, this one straight up
It's
toasted
literally-
over coconut vanilla.
I don't want to make this a advert, but Ronsil does exactly what it says on the tin.
Macallan does exactly what it says on its box.
Yeah, literally.
A box which Dave really wanted to get in. 2 boxes, and he was in them. He almost licked everything, and he almost went for it. He almost sent it.
It is rare when we actually taste a whiskey, and this is when we know well.
Yeah.
It's rare that we taste a whiskey and can pick up everything that all the tasting notes give us. We get a lot of information
it's
thrown
when-
at us from them, and we're like,
on
really? No, not sure.
Was it Sunday, the Taliskers? And the one thing I noticed straight away was the floral flavour.
Yeah.
It was the floral part. It was instantaneous.
Yeah.
So it's nice when we find it and we know it.
Yeah.
We find it ourselves and then we get the notes and we're like, actually, yeah. And I was right with the London cheesecake.
Yes, you are. Yeah.
I didn't know about the tasting notes. I was like, the first thing I thought, and I'm right.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen them. For those who don't know, I was cropping the images for this stream 2 minutes before we went live.
Yeah, literally.
Because after I finished streaming on Twitch, I went and had a quick shower, ran up here, started working on the stream stuff. But I was behind. My laptop was flat because I forgot to charge it. Although to be fair,
Many a technical difficulty was encountered and to
20%
overcome.
I've got 20% on that, and this is fully charged. We are doing
That's
fantastic.
gone down quicker than I thought, though, that power station.
It's lasted longer this time because it
Okay.
charged the laptop fully first.
True,
It's
yeah,
done well.
true. Okay.
I think it's because I'm not using much.
Hmm.
Less I use, less power. I'm still waiting for Blue Etty to reach back.
Yeah. Well, that's, I mean,
Did you
The
put
fact
the
that-
whiskey in here?
no, bottle's fine.
Okay. I have to get them. Yeah, no, this is delicious, and I think each one has lived up to its name.
Yeah.
I thought your bar would be bigger than that. It's 120 centimeters long with a 30 centimeter return.
About
The bar
120
is 30
centimetres
cent-
high, isn't it?
It's 110.
110.
Yep. It's a perfect height to lean on. Dave is slightly taller than me, and he leans against it. The bar itself is
It's
30
just enough
centimeters
to
deep,
just angle slightly.
so the return from one end to the other is 60. But I custom chose it to be shorter because my cabin is only 4 meters wide and 6 meters long, with 2 rooms that are slightly odd shaped. If I went with the full 150, I would have to get rid of my DVD collection entirely and have the cabinet further along.
Yeah.
And I don't need a bar that long. It's just the 2 of us. Maybe my dad joined us the other day.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I mean,
You know,
at most, there's going to be maybe 4 of us if brother-in-law and friend of the family here at once.
Can't get him here, but friend of the family's been here a couple of times.
Yeah.
He was here when I first
Well, he might be
was-
here more now as well. But
Yes, well, we'll discuss that later.
Yeah.
But yes, we've got a lot to do with this, and Dave obviously he's been barming a couple of.
yeah.
It was an idea I had because I was going to get a barrel,
Yes.
whiskey barrel, and then have the shelves in that. And I saw the bar on eBay, and I was like, "Yo, Dave, get one of these.
So yeah, if anyone knows anyone that can make us a custom bar sign or maybe a custom bar mat,
Stools.
bar stools, yes, please. Any bar related paraphernalia.
I am fidgeting quite a lot. You notice I walk a
Yeah,
lot. I
please do get in touch with us at one of our
not worth a cork on Instagram
or Twitter.
Yeah, we don't go on there, but yes.
Yes,
that.
please. Yes, do get in touch or speak to Leona. She'll deal with secretarial inquiries.
Please don't reach out to her. Actually, just go to not worth cork on Instagram. That'd be so rude. I feel bad if people did that because we haven't asked for that part.
But no, we would like to make this quite a unique thing.
There's a lot of whiskey behind as well. There's a couple shelves, glasswares behind there, coasters.
Yeah, there's a lot of coasters.
And in case anyone breaks in, I have a Morning Star on the wall and I have an axe on the other side.
Yeah.
We
both have an easily accessible weapon. Should need required.
Mine's not. My hook has a catch on it.
Yeah,
but I can just run over there and get Gimli's axe.
So Gimli's axe. We've got several swords.
Templar sword, Herod.
And you've got, to be fair, you've got that sat on the shelf there. That's probably more accessible.
Sadly, it's broken. It broke when I got it, and I was annoyed because I can't fix that. I need resin.
That's more of a problem.
It's an Assassin's Creed Odyssey Spear of Leonidas, sadly. Otherwise, I'd happily smash someone in the face with that.
Yeah.
But it's plastic, so I wouldn't expect much. I've got more chance of doing damage with Mjolnir here. This weighs a fair bit.
Yes. Well, which Mjolnir?
This one's heavier.
Meg has the, I think, God of War version and the Avengers version.
Yes, that one has batteries, and I'm going to take them out because it pisses me off. Anyway, yes, I'm going to do the unthinkable because I have to. Because I might have another glass of one of these. I want to see if this one's the right one or not. Actually, it's a bit too much. I'll have another sip first.
Mine still has biscuit in.
Well, we'll make
I hope it's biscuit.
It's your glass. Only you touched it. I've got up and gone, oh, I could jizz in that.
It's like
a whiskey bar Morning Star. Yes. I have a Morning Star. I like my Morning Star because it's bloody heavy. It actually is as well. It's a genuinely heavy metal ball on a chain. Like, have you felt that, Dave?
Yeah, I have. I've moved it once before.
That is quite weighty.
It's heavier than the swords.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. It's not as underwhelming as Aragorn's dagger, which is just pointless.
Literally, because it is blunt.
So stinky, though. Whereas Herogrim, Theoden's sword, I got that from China on eBay before they banned us buying swords. That thing's really sharp.
So I'll take that in the house later.
It's got the mount on the wall is the National Heritage one. It's the only one I could get. I had to buy it because my nieces kept grabbing it with a blade. And I was like, you're going to get cut. Can you stop doing that?
Some of them are quite stupid.
But it was about 4 years ago.
Survival of the fittest and all that. Apparently they're the fittest because they all survived.
Somehow.
Well, I have a little enough to risk the YOLO of the swag fan. He's done it already. Fair enough.
Oh, that's nice. I don't like the fact that that's nice, but it's nice.
Yeah.
It's a banger. It's a really good shot.
That goes down very nicely.
It goes. The thing is, I've only really encountered ones that felt really wrong when they were more expensive. And I knew they were wrong. Like Johnny Walker Blue, I'm looking right at it. That is a bad shot.
Yeah.
It's a good shot, but it's wrong.
It's like, it's so good. You're sitting there thinking, I shouldn't have done this. I should have savoured this more.
Yeah. Well, my brother-in-law does that. He shoots everything. And when we were going to get him here to join us for a toast.
Yeah.
It's a shame he didn't join because I think he would really, he would have actually. But you obviously have
he had too much going on.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Well, any excuse. Right. But yeah, the but there are some whiskies having YOLO swag fan because it's funny, but also because we want to know if it works.
Because doing a shot is a legitimate way of drinking a whiskey.
Yeah, there are a couple I have done and I regretted it instantly, and that is the first one. The second one is Nika 12.
Yeah,
instant regret.
Well, less so knowing how many bottles that you have, but
Live at 18 is another one. I didn't like shooting that. I just know it works.
Gold Centenary.
I don't mind that. Only because I got a refill.
Yeah.
Did I ever shoot Highland Park Fire? I don't think I have.
No, I'm pretty sure you did. I'm pretty sure that was another one that can very easily be shot, but probably shouldn't be shot because it's better not to. Categories.
I'm trying to think if I've got any others that I instantly regretted. I'm just having a little look.
No, you didn't yellow swag fan the Rose, did you?
I didn't realize swag fan the Rose. nor have I the Singleton
No.
14. The Singleton 14 might be the most...
Last year's Singleton, though. Didn't you do last year's Singleton?
Oh, the 20cl bottle.
Yeah. I think you swag found that.
That was good, though.
I think we both did.
I don't regret it.
I know, we did regret it.
I would love
not in that way.
I would love to buy a bottle of that and also have it open. Because I would happily have a collection of Diageos that are unopened in Talisker and open in Singleton. Because the Singletons are just like...
Whereas I'd have, unopened in Singleton, and I have a Talisker as well.
Yeah.
But...
And yes, MJ, shot. It was a good shot, to be fair. And where would you rate this one, Dave? Because it's certainly up there again, isn't it?
I would say, based on my taste preferences,
I prefer the other one.
I prefer the other one.
But I think this one's close. I like this.
This one is absolutely by no means bad in any way, shape, or form.
I like this because it made me think of a cake I liked from the bakery.
I'm impressed with this one.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that we've now discovered it is a sherry cask, and yet...
What's the other one?
I wonder if it's on the bottle, actually.
What is the other? What is the Night on Earth? Get these. There you go. Because if that's a sherry cask, that can't be sherry cask as well. It must be toasted. It has to be toasted something. Unless it's virgin oak.
5 minutes later.
One
Dave gets
eternity
into
later.
things. Right. We will,
He's got it.
we will find out here.
It must be virgin oak. Come on.
How much money do you want to bet on that?
You'd only say that if I was wrong.
Perfectly balanced combination of exceptional first fill American ex-bourbon barrels along with European and American oak sherry seasoned casks.
That's the same as that.
It's exactly the same as that.
First of all, I did say bourbon at first.
Yeah, they are the
First fill, so
Macallan's
virgin.
home in Speyside, despite saying Highland. Yes, but yeah, they are the same casks.
How interesting is that?
They are literally word for word the same cask.
Rank
Either that,
Macallans. We can do that actually.
either that, or they've put the wrong label on that one. They've just reprinted this label.
Possibly. Unless you've opened the same box twice. Nah. If you had to rate the 4 we've had today, Dave, because it's been asked in the chat, how would you rate each one, and which one would you like to have another glass of if you could? Well, then why don't you have
Well, I
another
can't
glass?
have another glass of cacao anyway, but biscuit.
Would you like another glass?
Yes, I would happily have another glass of the
Have another
biscuit.
glass then. You've got to clean your thing. I can't because I want a hot chocolate. Because I've got work and all that, so I've got to be a bit more responsible. But Dave can have another glass. I will happily grant consent because, not doing
I've got
cheats.
school run, but what time is it?
It's fine. It's only 20
Oh,
past
it's
10.
past 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all good.
Yeah, we've got at least... We can talk for another up to half an hour if you want.
Apparently all my stuff's been put in your room.
Oh, right. So right where it needs to be. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair
Move
enough.
its way around every room upstairs
It's
other than the bathroom.
globetrotting, okay. Right,
Yeah.
very well. That's fine. This is really nice. How would you rank the 4 that you've had, though? What would be... Even though, just to be clear, none of them are bad. They're all good.
Yeah.
How would you rank them?
So, this one is my favourite, the Night on Earth in Scotland.
Number 1.
The shortbread biscuit.
We are number 1.
I would say, based on my taste preferences, the cacao.
Dark chocolate, yeah.
Although it's not to my taste, per se, with the coconut, the other Night on Earth is a higher quality than the gold.
Yeah.
And so the gold would be last, only in the sense that it probably isn't... Well, it's not the whiskey that makes it special.
Yeah, no, I agree.
The rest of them have been special because of the whiskey.
Well, I would
That's
say...
special because of what comes with it.
Value for money, you get a rhodium stopper
Yes.
with that one and cufflinks. Motherfucker.
Yes, value for
you got
money wise.
treated.
Yes. But yeah, the Night on Earths are both... I mean, none of these... We're not talking there's like one that scored 100, one that scored 20 or anything. These
Would
are
you
like...
feel better if we... I have an idea. You just...
Oh dear, he's got ideas.
No, it's alright. You carry
But
on
no.
talking.
Yeah, these are all good whiskies. But yeah, my preference would be that order. I think Meg's may potentially be different. Although I feel like he's going to put the gold in the same place as I have.
Maybe.
He's reaching into the depths of the cabinet.
It's alright. Right, it'd be easier to put something last now.
Oh yeah, there we go. He's brought out the Fiddick 12. Yes, that.
So what's last, Dave?
The Fiddick 12.
Why is it last, Dave?
Because it's Fiddick 12.
It's not worth a cork. You're right.
Yes.
There you go. So last place tonight is the Glenfiddich Special Reserve 12-year-old, very old bottle.
Which we
that
both
has
own
been bought.
We both own because I have a 20cl of that.
35, isn't it?
Maybe. I have a small bottle of it. Yeah.
Here's a half-size bottle, right? It's the leather case. Thing.
Yeah.
Pouch. Yes. I thought I'd pull out a really what he considers a crap whiskey on purpose because then it's easier for him to not feel like the last one is actually last. When in reality, it's only last in the context of the Macallans.
We're talking about like a 7.5 out of 10 as opposed
yeah, you're
to,
starting at 7, you're working your way up.
Yeah.
I will agree with part of his list. I agree that his photography one is last, but only because the quality of each afterwards is so vastly different. Bear in mind here, the rich cacao is completely different to that of the Night on Earth in Scotland, and both are completely different to a Night on Earth, The Journey. They don't even taste like the same malts. They taste like completely different whiskies. And the quality is ridiculous. The problem I have is I own 2 of the top ones, and so I can't in good conscience rank them because I would go 1 and 2. Although I do think...
Oh, hello.
Not as good.
No, not quite.
Hang on, let me just do the Fiddick. How was that?
That was expectantly depressing.
Yeah, so I do my best. They have corks now. They're not worth it, but they have.
That's a waste.
But yes,
of cork.
it is. Yes, it's limited resource.
Yeah, it is. It probably used it before in the 90s.
Very true. I genuinely do believe though that the Night on Earth series value for money as well, which is a key part in ranking it. You are getting your money's worth. I'm impressed at the same type of casks to get different results.
Yeah,
I would assume that it says European. That's where they're differing.
Yeah, which were European? But
exactly.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I thought that was toasted and rum cask, and I thought that was toasted.
Yeah.
No,
it turns out they're just all sherry casks.
Yeah, they're all sherry casks.
They're all sherry casks, Speyside
it's weird,
Highlands.
Isn't it? Because I hear about a lot of sherry casks. I'm like, I see sod all sherry sold.
Yeah.
Bitch, where are you selling it? But anyway,
I think they do sell a lot more sherry in Europe than they do here.
It's unsurprising, they're pussies.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would rank my Night on Earth in Scotland first. I have to. It's just, but I do think the reason I'm about to do something really, really unfair isn't because of preference. It's because I didn't get enough of it. Because it was half a sample. I feel like if we had 2 samples, I'd be able to put it second. I reckon, maybe even first. But I also didn't dip mine in biscuit.
Yeah, true.
Maybe that was my mistake. Well, no, I did, but it was just so. Was that the one I dipped in biscuit?
No, we did.
Nice enough.
We did not enough in biscuit, and I licked the biscuit for the other one.
Yes, you did. No, I think the Night on Earth series go 1 and 2 for me, but only because I didn't get enough of the cacao, but also because it's a lot more expensive, and I can't be certain with what I had if that is enough to justify the cost of it, and whether or not that determines its superiority. A night of malt fountain, that works. Yeah, I like that. Do so, viewers. Yes,
Pass.
we do. Dave's on his phone looking at messages.
Sorry, Dave suddenly had like a load of messages from work that are not relevant, but have to be checked just in case.
It is nothing important.
No.
Nothing at all. But yeah, I would, of course, even though I don't mind the Glenfiddich 12 myself, mine's the OG 12, so it's very different flavour profile to the newer stuff, apparently. I would rank it last because obviously it is not a Macallan, so it's disqualified. Get back behind my hidden Game of Thrones series you've never seen again.
Basically, to put it into context, if this was Formula 1, the Glenfiddich would be the Mercedes and therefore would automatically be penalised for being a Mercedes rather than the Red Bull. He's now just attempting to put it back into the depths of the cabinet.
Behind the Cardew and the Clynelish. I'm just hiding it away in the corner so no one ever sees it. I'm not ashamed of it myself, to be honest. I just, you've got to be a bit careful. You want to make sure that you've got a nice collection to show your friend. You don't want to embarrass yourself in front of the wizard. Got some samples to go through in the future.
Speaking
and
of wizards,
fudge.
just on a tangent, the Lord of the Rings decks of Magic that we were playing earlier, they have Gandalf in, who basically is undying because he comes every time you kill him, he comes back 5 cards later.
He's a 1/1 black cat.
He's a free knight on a horse, but yeah, basically.
Well, he's a fairly pricey herpes. All right, fair enough. Back here.
But yeah, so I would say we've had a rather nice evening of Macallan.
Let's go back over here so you can see us at the bar. You don't need to see the image of all that anymore. Yeah, if anyone has any questions, do ask, because this is a bit of a shorter stream. We had less whiskey to go through.
Yes, you missed me both dipping a biscuit and licking a biscuit.
And I'm not even joking. The hobnob, it stacked up. And
Yeah.
you did biscuit for a biscuit.
There was science. Goggles were out. We tested absorption levels.
Not that Dave could see, because the goggles were blurry as fuck.
The only way Dave could put the goggles on was underneath his glasses, which therefore meant his glasses were also redundant.
They're still blurry.
They've defogged now a bit.
Well, that's because I wiped them.
You brought them out of the cold room.
There's a few scratches on them, that's why.
But yes, they are the Royal Society of Chemistry. They
They're
are
my
marked.
official ones from
Yes.
when I was at uni. I wore these in labs. Because the ones I give you at university had kept on misting up on mine because I got really hot.
I had a thick, chocolatey hobnob in my mouth. Dark chocolate.
But yes, if you have any questions, ask away.
Please to
we'd love
enjoy the
answer.
owner's spasm when she sees that and hears that.
But yes, we'd love to talk about this a bit more, of course. We have a bit of time left. This is our second stream of Dave's visit, the last one actually, before I go to Norwich next week. Monday we'll be back here, so that'll be another thing in the future as well. Johnny Walker, after the stream, we're going to take some photos of a few of the whiskies, so we can get done quickly, because it's easier for us to do it now while we have the chance. We don't have to do it again, do we?
Yeah.
Make sure we do it landscape. Can't use my new phone because that's obviously charging. I don't need to know about your hobnob. That's not a question, Leona. If you have questions, ask a question. Dave is enjoying more biscuits because, I mean, swag, so it's open season, quite frankly, isn't it? You taking a photo of you using a hobnob. Are you actually taking a photo of the hobnobs?
Maybe.
Okay.
Well, she needs porn to keep her going.
Fair enough. I'm going to move my glass over there out of the way so we know it's washing. Let's see. We have, for those who follow us on Discord, of course, we're doing some planned streams on the Discord in the near future as well. I have a boutique whiskey set. Dave has some sets. We have some drams from Christmas still. We haven't touched. The James Eady's, the 1770.
Yeah, and the Christmas whiskey, which we didn't do either.
Yes, the Medjool. That's a really hard one to get as well, that one. Yes, we have a few things planned at least. Did you have fun? We did. I think we did. I think what made this stream more fun, first of all, there were 2 whiskies, a sample and a bottle that were unknown. And Dave willingly dipped a biscuit into his night on earth in Scotland, knowing that is my whiskey.
Yeah, Dave
no
not defiled his
currently.
own produce.
Taking these as recommendations to save up for. Oh, awesome, Otaku Juice. I'm glad you like that. Yeah, no, I've really enjoyed this, and I've enjoyed doing.
To be
another
fair,
stream.
I can highly recommend the hobnobs, and they're probably about
Dark
£2 for a packet. So they
not
probably don't
in
need.
not in America, they're not.
True, but they probably don't need to sell it too much for those. But I can highly recommend them.
It was one. Do you know what it felt like to me? It was like eating an alcohol-infused pudding. The ones where it's like in the cake instead, but the hobnob had enough structure to it to hold it nicely. And like I bit into that, and it was all there, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, a double dunk because I double dipped that hobnob.
I know.
Dip me again!
I watched.
Come
that.
on, Liz, how long you got? Dip me!
I'm not a witch.
For those who don't know, we are currently quoting / paraphrasing a Peter Kay sketch.
Oh, I know it.
From Live at the Bolton and Albert Halls.
Bolton, yeah.
From probably about 2000 and something.
He's touring again. $6 here or more. That's unfortunate. But you can't really put a price on quality.
To be fair, I would still bosh.
I already have. Be here tomorrow.
Nerfy, if you're still here, I don't know if you're still here. I saw you at the start of the stream, I forgot to say. Thank you for the things you have purchased for Meg.
I did mention we tried the moonshine on,
yes.
on Twitch earlier. Yes, I did my jam jar lid. It tasted all right.
You managed to make that pour in the end.
I want to watch Firefly while drinking Firefly.
Shiny.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
We could see if I bring my books down. We could read Firefly whilst watching Firefly, drinking Firefly.
Men, we can't multitask. There are limitations to what I can be asked to do, and that is not on the list of things I can be asked to do. Interestingly, on my birthday, Glenlivet Distillery, they sent me a voucher on email, 15% off either the 15 or the 18. So I bought the 15 with it. Because I was like, I don't want a collection of Glenlivets. Dave has the collection.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's fine. The cognac cask or the 14-year-old can go. Be extreme whiskey. And I now have a 15-year-old Glenlivet to go in my cabinet. Which I'm okay with, because the 15's probably, I think, is probably the better one. Solely because the it's got richer flavours.
Yeah.
They're all smooth, but like the old Pulsley 15,
Yeah.
it kicks to the side and goes, I'll catch up with you guys in a minute, hang on.
Yeah.
I'm going to go over here, there's a shiny over here. The French oak does it.
Yeah.
A silly question, what did Bosch mean? Bosch, right, so
Wow.
Bosch is a brand of a tool company. Bosch is a thing used by a friend of the family to, he does it as a thing like, I've done it.
So what you do is you stand like this.
You start
and
like Randy Orton.
You
raise
go
your
like
arms.
this, and you go.
Yeah. Think how Randy Orton does his arm thing when he does his music. His arms go out.
Yeah.
As your arms are fully outstretched, you just say Bosch. But in the context of this, friend of the family, when he's done something, he just says Bosch, and he says it in a deeper voice than I can.
Normally it involves buying a pair of trainers, but
Trainers or alcohol.
yeah.
Octomore, and which now belongs to you.
Yeah.
And hello, Rodline.
I've taken custody
no,
of
my
it.
birthday was Monday. Yes, it was Monday. But the whiskey we have
We are
sampled,
just enjoying the spoils of said birthday today.
one of the ones we have sampled is the birthday whiskey called A Night on Earth, The Journey, Macallan. Bosch came from friend of the family, we took it over. We co-opted it when we were sat on my sister's decking outside her cabin, and I mentioned Octomore. He was hammered. We weren't. And he's like, he goes to Bottle Club and he goes, which one?
I found one of these.
I'm like, that one. And he goes, Bosch. And Dave's like, take my money. He's like, he pays for it.
I'll go on this with you.
Yeah, it was 160 quid or something, and Dave pays for a third of it. And I'm like, I'll pay you in 2 weeks. I have still to this day never paid him for that. Dave, though.
So basically, I paid like £50 for a.
Dave pulled out the cash, gave it to him, and he's like, I paid you then. He's like, all right then. It arrives. We all have a glass of it. It was a kick in the teeth. I have the 10.4 one or something, and it's not as strong, but it's still. and Dave now owns the bottle because no one's ever claimed it back. But
Best 50 odd quid, £52.30 or something I've ever spent.
So since then, if we buy a bottle of whiskey, we will on the server in italic write the word Bosch, and that means a bottle of whiskey has been purchased. It has come from him. Do you have any suggestions for someone starting whiskey collecting? I'm taking an interest, but not sure where to start collecting. Go with. It depends what your budget is, Judas. If your budget is £100, get a bottle of Talisker Diageo Special Release. Don't open it.
But it depends when you say collecting, because obviously we both collect drinkable whiskey, and we collect, I suppose, more collectible.
Yeah.
Money, like investment whiskey.
There's a point to that.
If you're looking at investing in whiskey, it's a bit more tricky, and we can't probably really offer much proper advice on that, other than if you get a good deal on something that's going out of like stock,
small batch,
limited release from
like
big names,
the Isla Feshil, is that
Fez Isles or
Feshil,
yeah.
Yeah, those they like £100 as well.
Yeah.
If you can find something that says limited edition on it, do that. I have a bottle of Johnny Walker Gold Label Reserve, which isn't limited edition. The bottle is, though. It's entirely gold. It's literally above the desk. It says limited edition on it. Shame it's scratched. But
so, I mean, if you're just going for it, you want a collection of whiskey so that you can have people around and go, look, I have whiskey. What would you like to drink?
Yeah.
Then it's a lot easier, and it's basically, sherry cask if you're new to whiskey.
Yeah.
I think you'll find that most accessible.
Port when you decide to be a bit more adventurous and enjoy it, and wine cask when you want to have a jolly good time.
If you like fruity things, port or wine cask will get you on your way.
If you've got £135, I highly recommend Singleton 2023 Diageo Special Release, the seal from gown, a picture of it on our Instagram, not worth a cork. And I have an open bottle in my cabinet, and if you really have the money and really can be asked to find a bottle and open it at the same time, Roseanne 12.
And if you want to punch your friends in the face, they never come back. Something by Octomore.
Rose Champagne. And it is a fun story. It's even better. Thanks for being here, G-Dubs. It's greater when you find that we got him hammered on Dubliner Honeycomb and Sheepdog.
Yeah.
And he did the with a bonfire. You go up like that, and you go. Oh.
We did have, we do have
and
video
then
of
he
this
threw
for our
up all
use.
over the garden.
Yeah. Actually, no, to be fair, he was quite controlled. He threw up in one spot.
Yes, but it was so massive.
Yeah, it spread.
Do I have the video? I don't know if I have it on this phone. Let's find out. I don't know if I do. I'm going to go to my WhatsApp with him and see if it's there or not.
He was very happy that night. To be fair, that was the night he had to drink between you two, you had to drink my share because I had hiccups and couldn't shake them.
I've got the picture of him throwing up. Nope. Music
We can
play.
maybe not have Spotify running at the same time.
Yeah,
It may work.
Spotify's a dickhead, mate. Don't do that. That's... Apparently it's playing music.
Spotify is just like, you've got audio now, I'm playing again.
No, we've got the picture of him doing the Randy Orton.
Yeah. Imagine Randy Orton's entrance, the hey, nothing you can say, or whatever. Or no, it's voices now, isn't it? But he's changed his entrance music, but...
I don't know which one it is. I like that Spotify's still playing when I closed it.
But yeah, he does a good ABBA.
He does. It was very satisfying. Just playing it again.
Spotify, yeah.
I closed Spotify as well.
Meg's having a moment where his phone is just adamant that we're going to listen to Spotify, regardless of what we do with his phone.
Yeah, I well, clearly... Yeah, it won't let me play the Bosch video, sorry. It's adamant that we must instead hear power metal, which I'm not against, it's just a bit of a kick in the balls, really. It's not the same music. Alright. But yeah, the hiccups Dave had then, yeah. Guess more for drinking first. Oh, well, in that case, stick to Irish.
Yeah, Irish is very easy to access, very smooth.
But don't just go with the ones with the screw top like Tullamore, Bushmills, Jameson's Standards. Get Bushmills 10, Jameson's Black Barrel, Tullamore...
Caribbean?
Rum cask. That's a screw top as well, but it's a step up.
Yeah.
It's sweeter as well. A lot of rum... I prefer rum that's a bit more dark and spicy, but...
If you're going to go for something Scottish, to be fair, maybe the Tamnavulin wine casks.
Well, go with the French Cabernet, the German Pinot Noir.
Yeah, or
the
Spanish Grenache.
Sorry,
yeah.
Grenache.
Yeah, just in case Meg's middle sister is listening. Grenache.
Yeah, but...
Grenache.
Yeah, and just, you wrote Tullamore 12 as a cork. More expensive, though.
Yes.
It's a lot more expensive than the 10 Bushmills, which is like 30 quid, and more expensive than the Black Barrel as well.
Or
if you want
go
something
Welsh.
simple...
Penderyn, and
Madeira,
pretty much any of the I don't think we've had a bad Penderyn.
Go Penderyn Legend, it's the cheapest.
Yes.
I would say that if you're going to go with another simple Irish, go with Proper 12. Very simple, very mild. It's not too intense, doesn't burn. If you want to try something very different, I would highly recommend Johnny Walker Black, which is worth a cork. If you want to go up in the world,
if you like shooting whiskey, then Johnny Walker Black is very highly recommended.
We're not doing shots. And if you have money to spare, Macallan, A Night on Earth, The Journey.
No, in Scotland. Well,
I mean, it's harder to find that one now.
True.
So it has to be this one. That's hard to find now.
Or, well, I'm guessing here when I say this, but based on our experience, Dalmore Port Reserve. Or Portwood Reserve.
I might as well just go with the 12. Because the 12 is Christmas in your mouth. With a pedestal tin.
Yeah, if you can find a good price on a bottle of Dalmore, that would be a good winner.
I was looking at Dalmore as well this year. I was like, perfect trilogy, but I'd have to get the 18 to finish it. I'm like...
We've both got the 12, haven't we? You've got the 15. Yeah.
That's why I was going to... When at Christmas, I was going to give you the coasters. Because it came with the 15. And I was like, that's such a cheaty gift. So I didn't. It'd be such a shit gift.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? You get coasters. Oh, these are amazing. Yeah, I got them for free, mate.
Yeah.
Proper 12 was boring to you. That's fair.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it being boring.
But to be fair,
to start out, you don't want things that are too intense, too in your face, too much. You've got to build towards things. And also, if you start with something that doesn't burn as much, lower ABV, there's less chance of you being put off.
plus, if you put it out there on Instagram, Colin McGregor... I I keep saying Colin McGregor. Colin McGregor will go,
Colin
hi,
McGregor
I like
liked
this.
us. Colin McGregor liked us. Now, or if you're really feeling adventurous and you want to spend some money and really throw down and really throw yourself at the deep end, Jack Daniel's Sinatra Select, Highland Park Fire, Highland Park Ice, Jura 21, Singleton 21, Nika 12, Hibiki 12, Hibiki 17,
Yamazaki 12,
Glenfarclas Class 40,
Glenfarclas Class 105,
Loch Lomond 30, Redbreast 21.
English Whiskey Distillery 15, Founders Edition.
Shut up, that's mine. Dibs. No, I'm kidding. I think for the sake of it, we've reached the end. We've really enjoyed this stream. It's been a lot of fun. I'm now going to go and appeal monetization. We will be back here on Monday, but we'll be in Dave's, not at the bar.
Timing may be an issue due to both travel and I have a thing.
But thankfully, we have Soddle to do early Tuesday, so we should be all right.
Yeah.
It might just be a later stream.
So we may be talking 9ish,
Yeah,
9:30 UK time.
We'll work it all out, and you'll know nearer the time. But the thumbnail should be sorted in about an hour. Well, picture for it. It'll be done tomorrow. I'm going to end, though. Is there anything Dave would like to say before we finish?
No, just it's been a very nice stream. We've enjoyed some high quality whiskey. It's nice doing a stream where we have nothing bad.
Thank you for the donations as well.
Yes,
half
thank you
of it
to
does
those.
go to David, and we do appreciate that because he needs it. He's poor.
Yes, my January treat is not going to be the same level as Meg's, but no, it's been a very nice stream. We've enjoyed some good whiskey, so it's what we aim to do. Hopefully everyone's enjoyed.
I hope so too. We've got 15 likes and 15 viewers, so I think it's a win.
It's a 100% hit rate on the views and likes. Win!